Yo, 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 once again, we're back. This is With Just the Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
Mike.
Once again, we back, man. Shout out to everybody that showed us some love and support last week for the 100th episode live recording down there at the EXO Lounge, man. How y'all fellas feeling, man?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling good.
How was y'all niggas weekend, man? Oh, my bad, man. We got my dog Drew Money on the boards, of course. Got my dog Marcus in the building. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. What's happening in the world?
How y'all, what's going on, niggas, man?
Good, man. I really enjoyed the live show. I had a good vibe, good crowd interaction. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you can actually see the live show. We posted on YouTube.
Yeah,
Audios on
YouTube
SoundCloud, iTunes, of course. Yeah, man. Just shout out to everybody who showed us all the shout outs we got. It was just a great vibe, man. Once again, shout out to EXO Lounge for letting us have it there.
Big up, man. Big up Dexter, them boy. Also, another podcast gave y'all a shout out.
Yeah, man. Shout out my boy Greg, man, from Sneak This podcast. They showed us some love on their last episode.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them.
They're about to come up on their 200 episode. I was actually talking to Greg yesterday, and I was telling him they should do something for their 200. So shout out to them, man. They got a great show, man. Like, their whole setup is good. Like, from the visuals, audio, their content is real good. Yeah, man. He's a voice that's needed in the sneaker culture. So shout out to Greg and George, man. They good peoples over there.
But yeah, man, let's get into this shit, man. Like, what's going on this week with y'all niggas, man? Marcus, what you got going on, bro?
This week, man, just chilling, doing the regular shit, just working on things.
Y'all niggas did restaurant week?
Nah, I didn't do anything for restaurant.
Yeah, I went out. Me
Kinda
and my girl went
disappointed in
to Peninsula Grill last night.
How was it?
How was that?
That shit was good, man. Apparently they got the best coconut cake in like Charleston. They always get rated like having the best like cake down here. That shit was fire though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Mike was on the coconut cake last night.
That shit was good. I like layers cakes though. Like,
right.
So that shit was good. I had they steak. They steak was fire. They steak might be top 3 that I done had.
Top 3 in the city?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
so that's a strong statement, bro. Who else round out that top 3?
Probably Oak and Halls.
Right, I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah. They definitely round out. That shit was good. It was a good bit of people out last night, which of course, I think that was because today might be the last day of restaurant week.
I think it ended.
I think they have other restaurant weeks throughout the year. I used to think it was just around January.
No, it's one during the summertime. Yeah. There's one in the fall time.
Yeah, they got one like during September.
They do it each season basically.
Okay, yeah, man. That was a good setup, man. They had some good food.
That's the only spot you went for restaurant week? Or?
Yeah, I mean a couple of weeks back. It wasn't restaurant week. I went to Grill 225. That was December. I went. They was pretty good.
I ate there before. They was pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah, I had that's the one where they had the lamb chops.
Yeah.
Them shits is fire, boy. Them shits was fire. That's probably some of the best food I had in the city.
Word.
From Grill 225.
I gotta check that out.
You never ate there before?
No, I never ate there before.
And it's this dessert bar downtown too called
Carmelo's?
Yeah, I had them too. That shit was pretty good.
Yeah, they pretty good.
I like y'all heard of Kaminsky's?
Yeah, Kaminsky's pretty cool.
I heard of them. I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, they got some really good milkshakes there.
Yeah, they do.
But on the health tip though, I ended up taking this Taekwondo class, bro. Try to do something like get some extra something different because like my foot, I'm waiting for that shit to heal back, so I really can't hoop.
You had your surgery already?
Nah, I'm supposed to have my surgery this summer, bro. So I've just been doing this shit like physical exercising and shit.
So you gotta get a surgery, or you just choosing to wait it out? Oh, okay.
I gotta get a surgery, but it's not like to the point where it's like I can't walk on it. Like I can still do shit. I just can't like cut. I just can't like basketball. There's a lot of in and outs and cutting and shit like that. But when I'm like,
you got Cam Newton injury.
Yeah, so now like I'm doing shit like I'll just run on the elliptical, but I'm also taking up this Taekwondo class. Dog, that shit, you don't realize how much of your body you working, dog, until after you finish with that shit.
Yeah, because you'll be sore in places you didn't think of.
My nigga, I'm talking about the inner, like the end part right here and my fucking shoulders, my fucking inside of my legs, dog. Your foot when you kicking and you hitting the bag, and sometimes like you might fuck around and slip and hit and use like the front of your toes and hit the bag, dog. Shit be stinging, but it's a great exercise, dog. I recommend anybody if you just want to like do something different to work out. I took like a free Taekwondo class. You can go on Groupon and get a bunch of them shit, like the kickboxing shit.
Where's it at? Where's the class at?
I took this one in Mount Pleasant by Planet Fitness. It's called Charleston Taekwondo. This shit was cool, bruh. Like, I ain't gonna front, dog. Like, I had a good
So you
time.
You gonna be hitting niggas with the round kick, they run up on you.
No, I'm not hitting niggas with the round kick.
This run around like he Pac.
No.
But
it's a good workout tool. Like, it's a really good workout tool. If you want something different, if you want to work damn near your whole body instead of just focusing on one part, it's a good exercising tool, bro. And it's something different if you're just not a person who wants to sit and run on the treadmill all day. Because I'm not a person like that. I feel like I gotta do like an activity to really work out. Like I might do the elliptical only because my foot. But if my foot wasn't messed up, I wouldn't be doing like a workout. I would be like playing, like doing a sport or doing an activity. So if there's anybody out there like that, I advise you to go ahead and try that.
That shit kind of dope, though. I remember when I was at summer camp when I was younger, they used to have the people come out there and they'll do like classes and shit like that.
Yeah, because I did that shit when I was younger. Me and my brother did that shit. My brother actually got up to like a brown belt at one point. He was nice at that shit. So I just went back and...
Your brother look like he the type that would have a brown belt.
Yeah, yeah. Dog, my brother, he's a nigga who like to use his hands and feet, bro. So
I knew I was sold when they had the dude's son and he broke that damn center block. I was like, oh yeah, I'm interested in this shit now. Dog came in there and he just was powering up, and he probably might have prepped for about like 4 or 5 times, and then he just
on some dragonfly jump
and
just smashed the fucking damn center block. I said, God damn. Yeah, I'm fucking with this shit now.
Yeah,
but roundhouse kicking a nigga is some wild shit.
Yeah.
That catch a nigga off guard, bro, if you know how to do that shit right.
Honestly, like if I square with a nigga, he like do some shit like that, like start kicking the air, like feel like ferociously, like I'd be like, man, like come on, bro.
It's a fight though, but it's a fight.
So
you
you
don't have to.
You ever seen Superfly?
Yeah.
The dog was a real fighter, bro. When he squared up with that cop at the end, I was like, oh my God, this man is literally kicking his ass. But I mean, like Marcus said, it's a fight. So
it's a fight. It's combat.
Ain't no rules in the fight. So I guess if I pick up a 2x4, we'll be equal then.
Yeah, you fighting. Fuck it.
I gotta chop that leg. So
fighting a nigga who know how to throw hands and kick, that's some wild shit.
Word. Speaking of which, man, you seen this fight with T.I.'s son? It's been
in
circulating.
the bathroom?
Yes, bro. Like,
hey, T.I.'s son held it down. He didn't get his ass beat, but he
did catch some now, but
he ain't lost the fight.
He didn't hit the floor or nothing. He held his own. Because he's small. That little nigga.
But you know that shit.
Small,
I mean, that shit took me back to like in middle school, high school, like bathroom, like in between break fights, like everybody experienced that shit.
I'm gonna say this though. When I first saw that shit, I was like, yo, that shit cool and all, but if he really got like some static going on in there, he gonna have to knock a nigga upside the head with like a desk or a book or something. Like it's gonna take an extreme act. If niggas trying to bully him in there, they gotta see that he willing to go further than them. Yeah. So like, if it's like some niggas trying to play him on some silver spoon shit, he gonna have to show them niggas what time it is.
No, I heard the backstory was the kid who he fought had on. If you look at the video, he had on a Sniper Gang hoodie.
Yeah.
And T.I. son walked up to him and said, "Yo, you know them boy disrespecting you. You know you need to take that shit off." But he did it in a manner that only T.I.'s son would do.
Yeah, because he's T.I.'s son.
Yes. So the boy was like, I probably would have took it off if he would have just said, can you please take that off? But, being that he's T.I.'s son, he's only going to do how T.I.'s son would do.
What's the backstory on that?
When Nip died and Kodak said he was going to give Lauren like 3 months or some shit like that to mourn Nip or some shit like that. And then T.I. Remember we talked about this shit?
I don't know nothing about the Sniper Gang shit though.
But Kodak, that's
his thing. That's his label.
Oh,
that's his thing.
Oh, okay.
Lamar Jackson, the Sniper.
Okay. So he was rocking the hoodie, and T.I.'s son ain't like that shit.
Nah, because that's Kodak. Basically, that man dissing my pops and my mom, and you wearing the bruh hoodie, and so Like at the end of the day, that little
Nigga,
kid, that little kid can wear whatever the fuck you
Yeah,
want. You know what I'm
word,
saying? At the end of the
please,
day,
check him on that.
yeah, that's not your place.
Honestly, bro, like I can't be mad at dog because, like, bro, first of all, like me,
Who the
you don't
fuck
have
are
no
you?
ties.
Word, like who the fuck are you?
And I can wear what I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he tripping. If it's on that, I thought it was just a typical like.
Hold on, that's for real
shit.
though?
Yeah, bro, that's for real. That's why they fought.
If that is the backstory, that's wild.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's wild.
That's
And I
crazy.
can only imagine how he approached that kid and told him to take off his hoodie because he's T.I.'s son. So you only know how he's
probably
going to
arrogant with that shit.
very arrogant.
And that's major, right?
Yes,
No, that's King.
that's
King.
King.
That's
Yeah,
King.
King.
That's King. Major is
The youngest.
the youngest one.
That's
Well, he's
wild.
not the youngest
I
one,
thought it was
but
just a
yeah.
typical like bathroom, middle school shit. Everybody
Yeah.
did that shit.
He told him to take it off. Take that fucking hoodie off.
Like it was some Gucci or something.
Yeah. and even though King held his own, he still lost. So
I mean, now that I know what it's for, yeah, that's an L.
That's
Y'all
an
got,
L.
y'all got any wild middle school slapboxing bathroom break stories?
Oh yeah, fourth grade, I had to fight this nigga named Big Tony.
word.
Fourth grade?
Dog.
Fourth grade, I had to fight this nigga named Big Tony, bro. Like we was in class. Oh shit, what is that?
Somebody
Alarm clock,
picking.
innit?
Somebody picking somebody's iPhone, in it?
I don't know what that is. But anyways, man, my fault, y'all. So yeah, I was in fourth grade. You know, niggas be throwing like paper and shit at each other and shit like that. I fucked around and threw a paper at this nigga named Big Tony. Big Tony was like, "Yo, I guess he had enough because he was getting picked on." He was like, "Yo, hey, bathroom break, bruh." Everyone was like, "Oh shit!" So like, once it don't get like that, nigga, you know,
You
you
gotta
got
do
to.
it.
Hey, bruh. So I'm like, man, fuck, man. But Big Tony, obviously, he's Big Tony. Like,
Yeah.
it's the biggest nigga on fourth grade hall,
Yeah.
bruh. So I was like, hey, man, like, damn, I gotta fight Big Tony, dog. Like,
You didn't know what to do, bro. You didn't know what to
I was like, man, I was like, man, listen, I just gotta move my feet, man. If I move my feet and stay around this nigga, I'll be all right, bruh. So then, listen, dog, I get in the bathroom. This nigga tries to sneak me as soon as I get in the bathroom. Bro. I was like, oh, this nigga's aggressive with it, bruh. So fucking, you know, he did get that one off. Though. He snuck me. So I was like, oh shit, we square up. I start stinging this nigga. I'm like, listen, I say, Big Tony, chill out, bruh. Like it was like on some, hey yo, chill, Big Tony, like you know, chill out. So eventually, niggas like, hey yo, chill, teacher coming. So you know. I mean, that shit was squash after that. I mean, that shit was it. Really, ain't really been too much static after that. We shook hands and shit and all.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I thought Big Tony had, you know, I smelled blood that day. Dog. Like, that shit was crazy,
should
dog.
be-
Shout out Big Tony, man.
I remember we had one in 8th grade. I don't remember dude's name, but we did. Everybody just got busy in the bathroom during bathroom
Yeah.
break. So I say I connected more, but he hit me with a ringer, dog.
Damn.
Dog, my ear started ringing, bruh.
Ooh,
Like that
man.
nigga caught me. All this right here.
Yeah.
All this right here. All that shit right there. But dog, that probably was I like when he like you know how when you slap boxing you don't get slapped and that shit like set for a little while.
Yeah.
But then after a while it's like I can't really describe it, like the ring
Yeah.
starts like,
The echoes back to the echo.
yeah, the shit get like what the fuck? But yeah, man, that shit was a wild time, man.
Man, I got one where, because I was living in Virginia at the time, I had just moved up there. And I'll never forget this shit because it was like me, Jordan, Jonathan, Keith, and my cousin Tevin. Tevin had beef with Keith and Jonathan over a girl. And I was talking to this one girl named Robin. But Robin was fucking around. Robin was fucking around with
What grade was
fucking
this?
Keith. This was in 5th grade. This is when
okay.
I first moved up to Virginia. It was something like niggas, girls was fucking. It was over girls. I just know it was over girls, and niggas up there back in that time was like taking girls super serious in Virginia, more serious than it was in Charleston. Because it's like girls when I was younger in Charleston, like niggas didn't give a fuck, but like up there, them niggas was like real serious. And so I was fucking with this girl named Robin, but Robin was fucking with this other dude. And then something happened between my cousin and Keith, and so I caught Keith in the bathroom, and I fucking slammed Keith's head in the wall.
Oh man.
Yeah, so then Keith got Martrez. Martrez, we're in 5th grade. Martrez cut like a fucking like a running back in 5th grade. And I'm scrawny, but I just caught Keith in the bathroom because he was talking shit about my cousin. So while Keith was pissing, I grabbed Keith's head and just boom, hit that nigga shit. I was like, yeah, nigga, talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from Charleston, like you gotta realize dog, my attitude, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm up there, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't know none of y'all niggas personally.
Yeah.
So fucking Martrez roll on me while I'm and like writing this shit, roll on me. He's like, yo, what's that what's that shit you did to Keith and all that other shit. So me and him stand up. And so then while we stand up, the teacher about to come in. So he was like, yo, let's go to the bathroom. I was like, shit, nigga, let's go. So then we go to the bathroom. Soon it's me, him, and it's Jordan. Jordan watching, making sure nobody come. We in the bathroom and we locking. This nigga stronger than me now, but I got my foot planted back, so I'm not really going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere.
I'm not going nowhere.
That's
so
your
me
base.
and him just going. That's just my base. I don't know why this nigga would not throw no punches. I wouldn't throw no punches because I knew, like, honestly, bro, this nigga was stronger than me.
When you get to lock up point, it's like, who gonna say chill?
Like, who gonna say chill? Like, that's it, dog. So me and bro just going like this. And then I ended up slipping. Then he grabbed me. Then he got me against the wall. But then I ended up using my forearm and I pushed him. So then we started. So we about to square up. And then as soon as I pushed him, that's when the Principal Rogers came in. And that's when he grabbed both of us. So I was like, all right, I kind of saved from a getting fight because I didn't know if I was going to win this one. I'll be honest with you. This nigga is stronger than me. He might be a little quicker than me, but I got some length on him because he's short. So I really don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm glad I didn't find out. So, yeah.
Well, y'all some thugs.
Oh, chill out, Drew.
Everybody had a couple fights.
Man, nigga.
I done had probably like 3 fights in my lifetime.
Shit.
Be honest, bro. I really didn't get in any fights. I'm gonna be real with you.
I lost 1-1. And then the rest of them shit was just typical slap boxing shit.
Like, on the real, when I was younger, I grew up in that era where it was like if you had an older brother and your older brother had a friend and he had a younger brother, it'd be on some shit like, well, I guarantee you your little brother can't beat up my little brother. So they would take you outside, bro. That's the era I grew up in. So I was like 4 years old fighting against like an 8-year-old or 9-year-old, bro. And that's how my brother had me, dog. My brother, we was on James Island, bro. I never forget this shit, bro. I had to fight this nigga who was 9 years old, bro, and I was 5. I got my ass whooped. Like, I got dusted, my nigga, talking about I didn't get no hits in, nigga. I got dusted. You know what I'm saying? Like, and from that point on, dog, I was like, I can't take this L. Even I don't give a fuck how big the dude is, bro. And so then me and my brother, we ended up seeing these niggas again. I ended up seeing bro again at the park, dog. Ended up getting in with this nigga, and I caught my first W. Cause I had to get it, cause like bro was talking shit. Bro was really.
So you got on your Pop Smoke shit.
Bro was talking shit.
When you got older, you went back. And got back at that nigga.
No, I got back at that boy the next week. He dusted me the first week, and we was at the park. We was chilling. Niggas was playing basketball, and the nigga was playing too. And so the nigga started getting real aggressive on me, dog. When we was playing, you know what I'm saying? Nigga playing extra hard defense. So I was like, man, no, what the fuck going on? So he's like, man, nigga, you already know I beat your ass, or some shit like that. And so I had to fight this nigga in front of everybody on the park, dog. And I caught my first W.
Real nigga.
That's what's up.
Word, bro.
When I look back on them fights when we was so young, man,
that shit build character. That shit build character, bro. That shit builds character, bro. And you can't and back then, like, bro, you couldn't say no. So whether if I was 5 fighting a 9-year-old, 6 fighting a 10-year-old, it was like, bro, you gotta do that. Like, you gotta do that.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice.
You ain't got no choice. You have to do that. That's different, bro. And I honestly, bro, I can see the difference between my era and then, you know, eras coming forward. Like,
shit, I still think now you can't really say no. Like,
nah, you
especially
really
with
can't
you definitely can't say
social
no
media.
It might be a phone in your fucking face.
Yeah, right.
You getting smacked the fuck up.
Nah,
You
different.
just
That
can't
is
shit
different.
that. Like, nah.
Like all that walking away shit. No, that's not how that shit. Even if you had like other people or like teachers typical be like, oh, you know, you could just be the bigger person, walk away. That walk away shit only happened in movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
Like you had to defend yourself. Like you didn't really have no choice.
Yeah. Though I remember when I was in what's that fucking Fairwind off of Old Trano when I was young, and I went to my cousin Ricardo house.
I remember that.
Yo, Fairwind, there used to be a lot of shit going on in Fairwind back in the days, dog. And I remember I was out there.
Our bus stop used to go through there.
Yeah. I remember when I was out there one time and my cousin Ricardo, it was me, my cousin Ricardo, and my brother, and it was this little dude who was there, and bruh had punked me, bruh. When I was younger, bruh had punked me that first time there. Like, he said something to me, and I think bruh may have pushed me, and I ain't do nothing. So my brother was like, yo, when we go out there tomorrow, you better beat his ass. Like, you better beat his ass. And so I was like, all right, man, fuck it. I'm going to do, because, like, I didn't know, bro. I was just young, and I really didn't know. And so then the next time this shit happened, I start, like, just doing, like, some, like, kung fu shit, bro. I start kicking this nigga, and I kicked this nigga into the fucking pole, and that nigga started crying and shit. That was, like, one of my first dubs, too, growing up. Like, I had to get punked first before I had to know, like, yo, you need to do something about this shit.
I can't remember my first dub. I do remember.
That was one of my first
I do remember the
bro.
first couple times I got washed, though. I ain't even going front. I got
It
washed.
happens.
I got washed across the street at New Israel, bro. Like, real talk. Like, my mom put me in that bitch thinking it's a private school, you know, but she ain't know this sitting. Well, she knew this is in the heart of the hood downtown.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the damn bathroom one day. I get jumped by two. I'm in what? Third grade, I get jumped by two fifth graders. Like, you know, because New Israel, that shit's like a damn, like a rest haven for all the hood babies, basically, dog. So I'm in that bitch, like, just chill. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I swear to God, that first week, I probably seen like 8 fights, bro. Because, you know, that's all age groups in that school. So I seen older niggas getting it in. I seen people my age getting it in. Like, a nigga got his ass whooped every bathroom break that I went to, bro. Like, because in the bathroom breaks, all age groups is in the bathroom. So it's just like, anything goes. You either get in, get out, or you gonna stick around and you gonna see a fight, or maybe you might be the next fight. You don't even know. It's like a lion den, basically. Like, you gotta get in and get the fuck out, bro. Like, hey, that shit happens, man. Like, I don't even remember my first dub. I just know it came a certain age where niggas wasn't taking no L's like that. Like, for real.
Man, I went to Gregg Middle School. This was in like Somerville. But this was during the time where it was a lot of kids who was coming from North Charleston, downtown Charleston, and it was coming up. It was coming up to like the Latson area, Somerville area. So you had a middle school.
You had Greg Austin.
Yeah, Greg Austin. So when all those kids started to come up, and there was a bunch of these summer badass little country Somerville kids and shit like that. It used to be so much shit going on, dog. So many fights. I remember when Andre and Jamal fought, and Jamal slammed Andre in the bathroom stall. Like, he picked this nigga up and, like, slammed this nigga in the stall, bruh. Like, he picked this nigga up and slammed him in the stall.
Hey, man.
Yo, I seen the meme where a nigga was like, yo, why are niggas fighting early in the morning in school? Like, who has that much aggression at 7 a.m. in the morning to go fight?
I done seen a few niggas at Fort.
Hey,
niggas are getting their ass beat 6:30 in the breeze. No, I remember let me hold on, bro. I remember at fucking West Ashley, bro. West Ashley High, bro. Dog, I ain't gonna drop the names, but this started probably one of the biggest hood beefs in the West, bro. Niggas got his ass knocked out at 6:45 a.m. in the breezeway, like cold, like knockout, like trying to get up like that, like knock out, bro. I'll never forget this shit, because I remember immediately after he got knocked out, it was boom, boom. I was like, hold on, this nigga not even gonna be like, he don't even got his equilibrium right for first period. Like, this nigga just like, you woke up, brushed your teeth, and came and got your ass knocked out before first period? Right. Like, before first period? I remember this shit because one of the homeboys was like, man, come on, man. Like, I never forget this shit, bro. This nigga was standing trying to help me. He was like, man, come on, bro. School ain't started.
Shit, wow.
I was like, oh,
y'all ever fought a nigga that y'all cool with?
Nah. I can't honestly say. I can't never say I fought
I like
a
a
nigga
light
cool.
scuffle, probably.
Me and Tavis fought, you know.
I didn't know that.
I told you about that. Me and Tavis fought when we first started working at Amazon. Yup.
Hey, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that, bro. It might be a light scuffle though. A light scuffle.
Yeah,
Niggas come back from a light scuffle, man. Like, you can come back from a fight too if y'all cool like that. Yeah. But like,
he's probably the only one I can say we still was like close.
Yeah, like niggas can come
but
back.
But me and Tavis had to fight.
It was
one of those.
It was one of those. Say you already know this nigga. You be like, oh yeah, them niggas done fought before. Like,
this is when we first started working at Amazon.
I didn't know that shit though, bro.
I swear I told you about that.
Nah, neither one of y'all niggas told me about that.
He got the best of me that day. He got me. He got me that day.
I know that shit, bro. Y'all hell, dog. Nah, man. But yeah, I mean, niggas come back from all that shit. Drew, you ever fought one of your niggas, man? Or
Nah, me and my niggas all. I mean, we've.
it be like skull. It be like
disagreements
Yeah,
and
you
shit
grapple
like
each
that.
yeah.
Like, hey,
niggas
nah,
grapple,
like-
hey, now, yeah, niggas grapple each other. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Niggas lock up and some shit, then break it up.
I done been in some hot box sessions that done turned into a fight or two before. Niggas not get beat up by the car or something, but you know that shit over with after that. Like that's the thing too. Like if niggas fighting amongst the homeboys, that's just us. Like that ain't
That's not for the world to know. That's just
No, and it was one of those situations.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like
It
you
was
know
one of
that
those
shit.
situations. 'Cause
Hey,
you
that
remember what's the nigga that used to always hang out with Tavis?
shit.
Ant was there, and this dude named Martell.
Yeah.
Used to tell you about Martell.
Yeah, I remember
That
Martell.
nigga was hell, bro.
Yeah,
That nigga was hell.
hey man, that shit happens, man. We all lions at the end of the day, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, but moving on, man. Y'all niggas, what's up with this Aaron Hernandez documentary, man?
Yeah.
It was wild. Marcus texted me the other day about it. I saw it the day it came
That shit
out.
was wild.
Yeah,
I
man.
finished it Friday night. So
What's your thoughts about it? I'll get into mine later. I got some views on it, but I'll let you.
honestly, bro, like when I like, cause I ain't gonna make it seem like bro was an angel, but at the same time, like bro had some shit going on in his head, bro. Like when they like did like the CAT scan shit, you can see like what was really wrong with this nigga head. Like his head was the size of an 80-year-old person's, like his brain.
Yeah.
Like that nigga, like
It was broken down.
yeah, like bruh had, we don't know. I mean, when I say this, I'm not excusing him from his crimes when I say this. Cause you know he committed a crime, he was ultimately found guilty for them shit, and he did, you know, had to do what he had to do. But bro ain't been right in the head, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. And it's rare that I give people that pass.
Word, yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. But like when you actually look at the you know his actual like brain and shit like that, I was like bro, like something's wrong with this nigga, bro. Like something was really wrong with this nigga, bro. Like on some real shit, like. But I'll say this though. Like the whole gay storyline,
Yeah,
that shit ain't make no sense.
they
to
was
me,
pumping
bruh.
that shit really heavy in the documentary. They was pumping that storyline very heavy. But for me, I really like with that with the gay rumors and stuff. I mean, if it is true, then you know it does explain a lot of like, you know, where the anger may have came from, the frustration. You know, they said that he might have been sexually molested. So it's like a lot of things that probably...
It's a lot of layers to
It's
that
a lot
shit,
of
man.
layers.
It's a lot
And
of
then
layers.
when you add on to the fact that his dad was abusive, and then when his dad passed away, his mom went and married his cousin's husband. She was going out with bruh. And like his whole, like, I honestly felt like once his dad passed away, the structure was gone. So it was just a matter of time before everything just came to a head. And it was crazy when he was in that. It was crazy for me when the first Orton Lloyd case came, and he was like, he looked completely soulless. Like he didn't have any emotion. He was like a still face.
Like they even said it, like the CEOs and shit. They was talking about. They was like they never seen nobody like
How he transitioned in
like
there.
how he transitioned, because they was basically like he was kind of glad that shit had happened, because it was like he ain't had no structure no more. Like like you said, like when his pops died, yeah, he made it to the NFL and all this other shit, but it's like bro had like his path. Like that shit was all over the place, bro. Like so, like when that shit happened, like when it finally, like, you know, everything fell down, it was like, you know, waking up 6 a.m, you know, going, like, you know, only having 2 times to come outside. Like he only had, that was the structure that he was, in a weird way, like that was like the structure he was missing this whole time. Like you know what I'm saying? Even though you playing for Bill Belichick and all this other shit, like he ain't have no structure like in his life.
Yeah,
it was all he knew was like the madness that he knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, no,
and then
man.
with the CTE,
I want to watch that shit again. Honestly,
and then with like the CTE probably affecting some of his decisions. I'm not giving him a pass, because at the end of the day, he still took, you know, possibly 3 people's lives. I mean, we already know he took Odin Lloyd's life, but he was still acquitted of the other 2, even though the car was at his cousin's house. But you know, that's a different story. But I still feel like he still made the decisions he made, you know, whether those things happen, because there's plenty of players probably who have CTE who don't go out there and kill people. There's plenty of players who are plenty of NFL players who, you know, are going through things, but they don't go out and act that way. So I can't just say that, but I can say
we also do have a lot of cases with NFL players who have like health problems do that shit.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
You never know, man. Like that's just it's a coin toss, man. Like it really is.
And then like the flags that it seemed that the team seemed to ignore, except for like, you know, the draft, the stuff on the draft. Like when he went to Florida, he had all that shit happen. I didn't really hear him getting suspended. No,
I didn't even know none of that shit was going on.
I didn't know either. And then, you know, when he gets to, you know, the Patriots, he seems to be like, I don't really blame the Patriots for that because he seemed to be a model citizen, how he was carrying himself while he was there.
He was back home for the most part. Like,
but at Florida, I felt like some of those problems could have been corrected if somebody was there to probably just look at it. But I'm not blaming Urban Meyer or anything like that. I'm just saying those problems could have gotten, you know, they could have caught those problems earlier. But, man, he had a lot going on, man. He had a lot of shit that was really affecting his psyche. And if that gay shit is true, then that's fucking crazy. Like, bruh said him and his quarterback was from 7th grade to 11th grade on. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
hey, but
that's some wild shit, bruh, to be in middle school, bruh.
I saw somebody tweet. They was like, yo, I went to the school and like this
and that
man,
wasn't even his quarterback.
That wasn't even his quarterback then. Like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, like people.
It's a lot of shit I've been seeing about how he. First of all, I didn't believe him. Period. Him and his pops, like the dude that they was interviewing.
Yeah. Like,
and it was just like this shit.
It's like, bro, like where does this come from? You know
like
what I'm saying?
my whole outtake from this whole thing was Aaron Hernandez. Like y'all said, he wasn't no model citizen. He had some issues, but to me, all this shit stemmed from his pops dying and how his mom got with his cousin's husband.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like when he was arguing with his mom on the phone, he was like, dog, like you ruined my fucking life. Like what do you think was gonna happen? You see what I'm saying? Like my dad died and you up here, you messing with somebody else that, you know, that wasn't in our house.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like his mom was talking crazy to this man talking about, oh, when you made it, all I said was give me $1 million and I'll be set for life. He's like, the fuck you mean give you $1 million? Like you sound crazy. Like this is spazzing on his mom on the phone. So like even with that, outside the whole
the nigga said he ain't got it.
Yeah, because she was talking about his $40 million contract.
I'm 40 M's
up. Just got 40 M's off the bat, and it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, with the Aaron Hernandez thing, I know a lot of people like, you know, first of all, you know, R.I.P. to Odin Lloyd, you know, condolences to his family. And the double homicide in Boston, I never believed that he did that one. Even when he got acquitted on it, even before that, I felt like me personally, I felt like he didn't do it. I felt like it was the other dude.
Yeah, probably the other dude.
So, it was just something unfortunate, man, because he was a great talent. You know, a lot of people ran with the narrative about, damn, this man bodied 2 people and played the whole 2012 season. It was just like, I can't say that because I can't say that he did it. But with the whole Odin Lloyd thing, how they rounded up that whole documentary, they kind of flirted with this narrative about how Odin Lloyd caught him in a quote-unquote compromising situation. And that he possibly would put it out.
Yeah,
so basically, like they caught him
in
a homosexual act,
yeah.
and that he knew about it, and he possibly would tell him. For whatever reason, Odin died. I don't know. Don't really care to know. The man gone, so ain't really no need to, deep dive into the whys. But it's just fortunate, you know. He had a daughter. You know, I could say one like his cousin held him down, even when she had cancer. She did her time.
His wife held him down too, man, because I know you knew that you saw that fucking gun on that tape. Talking about that was a blob. You knew you saw that fucking gun on that tape.
I mean,
but she held it down.
I gotta shoot her some bail because what do you expect a mother to do in that situation?
Yeah, you got to.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the father of her child. I would expect any mother in that situation,
even though it was going against her sister, though,
because she was mad too.
Yeah,
she was like, you know, he's like, what you mad for? He's like, well, I got searched again today, Aaron. Like, you know, he's like, yeah, but why you got all the attitude? He's like, cause I'm tired of dealing with your shit. Yeah. Like, you
Aaron,
get it?
Aaron, like, yo, listen, man, like.
Unless my daughter gonna be on the phone when I call, I don't want to hear that shit. But I understand her frustration. But with that, she held it down. But with the whole CTE thing and just the whole.
I'm not going to use that as a cop-out.
I'm not using it as a cop-out, but I'm not using him being possibly gay as the reason for him to go out and kill people.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of gay people who don't kill people. Yeah. So this whole thing about they interviewed the other Patriots O-lineman who was gay, and he was like, you know, I did the same things, yeah, but you wasn't going out here possibly killing nobody or
you
beating
doing
people's
that.
ass and shit like that. Like, you just play football, you did your thing. They try to mask it. Oh, like when you, like even him saying, you have some gay men, they call them like beards or something like that. They'll go out there and they'll get a girlfriend and they have a kid with them to hide the fact that they gay. I was like, I never heard of no shit like that. Like,
no, I've heard of that.
we
People do that. I've heard people.
I never heard of that.
But
that happens, man. That happens.
Oh, I never heard of that.
It's called a beard for real. That's what it's called. Like they basically use the female appearance as a facade, to cover up. Like, oh, he can't be gay. He got this girl. Like, look at this girl. There's no way
he got a
he's gay.
kid. You know, they got a family.
Like, gay niggas do this shit all the time. Like,
So do you believe when his lawyer said when Aaron asked him, does he believe anybody is born gay? Because his lawyer's gay. Remember when they interviewed the lawyer?
Yeah.
And he was like, because I'm a gay man.
Yeah.
And Aaron asked me, do I believe anybody is born gay? You believe he actually had that conversation with him?
Bro, I honestly, bro, if that's the narrative, then I can believe it. I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of that shit, if it is a gay narrative, don't really seem that far off. Like, if a person's playing football and they have this perception, they have this how the way that the media views them, and they want to make sure they want to keep it that way. And like, if you heard his phone calls, he was very homophobic. He was very transphobic with what he was talking about. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he was calling them things.
Yeah, like if you wasn't really on that type of time, like, why would you even like bother that shit? You know what I'm saying? Why would you even care for that shit? And then if you think about him being that way, and then being in an environment like football, which is it's the most, you know, macho testosterone, you know, sport, but you gay. But you keeping this appearance is one thing.
You can't really show that
you really can't show that. Yeah. You can't really show that. And then if you were to have an issue with Bruh, like if Bruh was to out him, like that could possibly like destroy.
You talking about Odin?
Yeah, destroy his career, destroy his credibility on certain manners, on certain things. So he might go to the extreme. He was already fucked up in the head at points. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched. He had a concussion
since he was like 13, 14.
So it wouldn't really be too far off for him to be like, you know what, I gotta, you know, silence this guy. But then the job was done so fucking sloppy.
Oh man, that's another point I wanted to get into.
It was done horribly. And then the videotapes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the one that did it for me, because I didn't see it during the trial, because they didn't show none of this shit during the trial. No, but the video that stood out to me is how I knew he was done. First of all, when the case first came out, I knew he was done when he switched up his position. Because I remember they released the info during the case. It was like, okay, it went from he wasn't there to, okay, he was there, but he ain't dead. I was like, no, you done. You dead. You dead at that point.
Once you step off not even being there, you done.
Yeah, bro. you was done. But
that alibi was never there. Like,
his two friends holding his child.
Yeah, in the video,
the narrative about how, they just killed your friend. Yeah,
they forced him to
Why would you have your newborn baby letting them hold it? I was like, man, this here tripping. Because, like, how do you not get rid of your security tape? All of that shit. Because I don't know if it was premeditated or nothing. He might just be mad at one that, fuck it, we just going to pick him up tonight and just go do it. But I would think if you're going to do that, you would even just oust your security camera, period. Like, that's what the guy said. Because that's what the guy said on his... On the documentary, he's like, Aaron probably would have had a chance if he got rid of all the security tape footage. Him dapping them up when they left later that night, like it wasn't nothing. But supposedly, those are the people that killed your friend. You ain't about to be dapping up nobody who just killed your friend.
Then the body damn near 50 yards down the street. Come on.
Like, like a roach clip by the body too?
Yes,
a blunt, a bubblicious bubble gum that had his DNA on it.
The shell casings were in the fucking rental car. The footprints was by the body. So like
they apparently, so he must have shot the nigga in the car first.
Yeah, then he
got
ran,
up out the car and finished him off.
Like on some.
Yeah, Aaron did that shit. Aaron did that shit super dirty. Not. He just had some wild shit going on, man.
Yeah, and the rental car was in his name. It's just like, it's a lot, man. It's a lot to.
But Belichick is an asshole, bruh. That shit stood out to me on the doc. Because the nigga told him, like, bruh, like, you know, I'm fearing for my life. You know, can you trade me to another team? Belichick was like, nah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you right.
Belichick
But
was
nigga,
like,
we
nah.
just gave you this money. Like,
Yeah. They
so
just gave
whatever the
matter
fuck
of
you
fact,
got going on, you need to figure this shit out and
They
come back
gave
on
him
Sunday.
that contract right after they had lost to the Ravens
Yeah.
in the AFC Championship game because Gronk didn't play that day. And I mean, but
Gronk wasn't that when Gronk tore his ACL?
that was the next season. He had another injury before,
That was the elbow shit.
something like that.
Was
Yeah,
that was the arm
yeah.
injury. That was the arm injury because he had that big.
Because
ass
both
brace.
of them, like that 2 tight end shit was killing for the
Yeah.
Patriots,
Yeah.
bro.
That's why we gave Aaron that
That's
money.
why they
to
gave him
lock
the
that
money.
shit down. Man, listen, man.
Talented nigga, man. Talented
He only
nigga.
played 3 seasons. Like,
Yep.
he only got...
He
Yeah,
was 22. Remember when we was at Amazon watching that shit?
And I'm
Like,
bro,
watching
we
this
don't-
nigga get locked up.
One, we don't pay niggas. So for us to give him 40
Yeah,
M's
they saw
Yeah.
something.
3 years in,
They
like 2
knew.
years in, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, they saw the future. And he
Yeah.
had a bright one, man. He was
Hell
fucking
yeah.
nasty.
Hell
So for
yeah.
that to happen... But the one thing I do say about the documentary, it does answer a lot of the whys, because that was my thing. Like, why would somebody, you know, with
When
all
that lady
this
said
talent
he didn't cry at
do
his
this
pop's
shit?
funeral, that stood out to me.
Yeah.
That stood out to me. And then his mom getting with, that's going to have an effect on a kid like that, especially how close he was with his dad. Like, come on, man. Like, but all the
That shit probably
molestation,
took a lot of shit out of him,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't can't really speak on that. And his pop's dead, so I can't really speak on that. But if that was the case, like,
And he dead. He can't speak on nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it is what it is, man.
I didn't know, and also I didn't know that his conviction got reinstated because they changed that law in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Because even if I could see why he did it, kill himself, his daughter be set for life. You know, I understand that any father in that situation probably would do the same thing, but the Patriots would have fought that shit to the end
Yeah.
probably
They're
anyway.
not about to give him that money.
They probably wasn't gonna give him that
If
money.
Aaron died in a car
I think
crash, they would have gave it to him.
He would not
They're
have got
about to
the
give it
full
to him
40.
like
I
that.
think he was just fighting for the
something.
for the signing bonus,
Yeah.
signing bonus money. The rest of that, but the Patriots probably would have fought that shit to the end, man. They probably wouldn't even had any of that money up.
Somebody
She-
asked me if Aaron was still a Patriots legend, even though he had all that going on. And I mean,
he was one of the best tight ends.
he's one
to
of the
play for that
best
team.
tight ends that we ever had on that team. Like, if it wasn't Gronk, it was gonna be Aaron. And I'll say this even now, like they'd be like, "Who's y'all best tight ends?" I'm gonna still say Gronk and Aaron. Like, I can't really. I gotta go off what we seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. I
He was too versatile.
Yeah,
at
I'm
that
saying
position.
like we didn't see. I didn't know nothing about them crimes until it actually came out. You know what I'm saying? I only knew Aaron from being what he was on field, so I can't really judge.
He was a matchup
Yeah, he
problem.
was a matchup problem on field, bro. Like the nigga, he was a tight end, but he could very well go out and play a slot or something. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he was like that. Like I can't really, you know. So I have to say he was still a legend to me. But I mean, it's unfortunate that
It still stood out to me how young he was, bruh.
yeah.
22.
Like this man,
23.
22, when he got the cuffs put on him. This man had this T-shirt on,
Yeah.
and all the time I was like, "Damn, this man really about to go to jail, bruh."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we was watching. I was like, damn.
What I
like,
didn't like though, and this ain't had nothing to do with the documentary. I remember when we found out Aaron had killed himself, and all certain football players was like posting pictures of this man. I'm like, bruh, y'all ain't had nothing to say about that man for all
This
these
whole
4 or
time,
5
man.
years,
This whole
bruh. And now
time.
y'all posting pictures talking R.I.P. Like they had nicknames attached to him and shit. I'm like, dog, y'all ain't saying nothing for 4 years,
ain't
5
no-
years when this
y'all
man got
had
locked
no
up.
words for this man. Y'all,
Now when this man
y'all
died, you
playing
want
it-
to
y'all
attach
was playing
yourself
it
to him.
safe
Like
this
I ain't
whole
had like that
time.
shit.
now when
That
nigga
was corny.
died, y'all won't give him flowers then when he dead. Y'all knew. Y'all
The only ones that really was real connecting with that man was the Pouncey brothers, and one of them, I think it was Marquise or one of them,
Yeah.
because they had conversations with him on the phone too. Like so, other than that, the rest of them boys, like, I ain't had like that shit. Just everybody wanted to come out and post pictures of Aaron Hernandez when he died.
Man, they need to do a real 30 for 30 on those Florida teams. The 06,
Yeah, a lot of people said
07.
that.
Yeah,
You got to think
of
of, they had Cam Newton on that team,
At one
Percy
point,
Harvin,
yeah,
Riley
Percy
Cooper,
Harvin.
Tim Tebow, and
Percy
Tim
Harvin-
Tebow was leading them dudes. Like
Harvin
this
ain't
is
no
wild.
hoe neither, dog.
Yeah,
So.
Aaron Hernandez, Carlos Dunlap.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That was good. That
It was probably a
good
lot
team.
more stories than what we know from
I know it
outside
was.
looking in.
I
I
know
know
it
it
was.
was.
But they want a chip though, so you got
Yeah,
Cam Newton
everything-
steal a laptop and shit. That shit was wild. Just to see how them two careers went was wild too. Like Tim Tebow was like the second coming of Jesus in 07.
You couldn't say nothing about
Like
Tim
facts.
Tebow,
Like
bro.
you turn on ESPN, it was like
Tim
But
Tebow.
we always
The need-
knew he wasn't gonna be a great quarterback.
I knew he was trash. I knew he was
We
gonna
knew
be a
that.
trash ass
So when he
NFL
got drafted,
quarterback.
we was like, "What the fuck? What position is he gonna play?" Because his delivery was just trash. But in college football, he was at that time considered the greatest college football player, like arguably all time, bro. Like, I still think it was Reggie Bush, but at that time, it was Tim Tebow.
Oh, shout out Reggie Bush too, because them boy played that man on that
Yeah,
list.
shout
I
out
don't even
Reggie
get
Bush.
that shit no more attention. No
I don't
more,
give the
'cause they know what the fuck
NFL.
they doing.
I don't give the NFL one no respect neither. So I don't.
Yeah,
I feel what
they
you're
know what they
saying,
doing
like,
with these
they know what they
rankings and all
doing,
this
bro.
shit.
Like, it's
man.
no
That
way
shit
in
be
hell y'all
wild.
gonna tell me Reggie Bush is 61. Like, come on, bro.
Did you see the full list? I haven't seen the full list.
No, they did it. They did it at not the Clemson LSU game, but it was another game that they ran down like the top 10, and I think they said what Reggie Bush was like 61 or something. On
That's
there.
trash.
as one of the top
College players all time.
Oh, they fucking
He didn't even make
tripping.
top 10.
They tripping.
61. We know what that's for though.
Yeah.
It's like they can vacate all these fucking titles they want. We know who won the Heisman. We know who won the Natty.
Yeah, we was there.
We know that. Like 05 was Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Point blank period. I remember the game before that because he wasn't on the because they just had the running backs with their numbers on it.
Yeah.
Like NCAA football 05, he was an animal on that fucking game, bruh. Like the way he been getting disrespected is just it's probably that's why I'm glad Odell Beckham paid them players the way he did in that fashion, dog.
Yeah, man. Fuck the NCAA, man. Like on some real
Facts.
shit, man. Fuck them boys, man.
That nigga set up, pull out the cash. Just
I mean,
Anyway.
bro, they're going to the league anyway. The
that's
people
what
he's
Burrow
giving them
said.
money,
Burrow
like,
said after the game,
like,
he's
they're
like,
going to the NFL anyway.
he's like, I'm
So
going
what
to the
fuck?
draft. So like, what y'all want to do? Like,
Yeah.
it is what it. Then that cop
Had
tried
the
to press
cops in there
charges.
trying to press charges. Then
He
for
dropped
one-
charges though. He dropped
Yeah.
them.
For one, then they got the goddamn. They was. I mean, why they couldn't smoke them cigars in the first place?
Oh, they said it's illegal to do it in that stadium, but it's like, bro, like who cares? They won a natty. Like, let them boys get their rocks off, man.
Wait,
Like,
isn't the legal age now? Well, I know the legal age in South Carolina is 21,
21.
to buy cigarettes. So
Yeah.
technically, those kids should not be smoking cigars.
Is that
Technically-
the legal age there though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
I know I did say some shit that said you got to be 21 to buy tobacco and
Yeah,
shit.
they
now.
changed it
Yeah.
now. It's 21 here now.
Little niggas still
That
gonna
ain't
find
stopping
somebody
shit,
to get
man.
their
It wasn't
backwoods.
stopping shit at 18,
Hell
like-
no.
Oh,
I'm
no,
still
yeah.
finding somebody to get my swishes.
Well, first of all, if it's illegal, it must be a state thing because when teams win championships, niggas is smoking cigars. So I don't know what type of shit they got going on, but man, all this shit is just crazy. All that shit was wild. They try to make that shit about Odell and how he was just being selfish in that moment.
I'm like, bro, none of them kids said that. Like, that's y'all making that up.
Do you realize they always do
What
that
you want?
shit?
What you expect them to
Always
do? Get
that
the money
shit.
back?
What-
I'm not taking that fucking. And it was cash. You must be out your mind.
My thing is this: the media tried to really make it look like Odell was like a selfish, like moment stealing person, but
Bro, that was a lot of bread. He had to at least give him at least 15 racks, bro.
that was a lot of hundreds,
Yeah.
bro.
That was 100.
A
He
lot
had
of
at least
hundreds.
give
I
him
was like,
more
oh, this
15
nigga,
racks,
this
bro.
nigga was out there fully loaded, bro. Like this nigga had that.
That man
roll.
probably done placed them bets. Them
That nigga
bets
had
came
that-
out good.
Yeah,
I
that
think
nigga-
now Odell just got
Yeah.
90 something mil.
Yeah, this nigga had that roll on him out there, bro. Like for
Dog
real,
had
like
that.
he had that roll.
If
bro.
I was Jefferson and one of the receivers, I would be like, shit.
nigga.
And he already been I know Odell been drunk. He been lit, man.
Oh, yeah, he definitely
They trying to
was lit.
say he was on a perk, and I'm like, brother, y'all niggas know what a perk do.
Right.
Like y'all
He's
talking
not
about,
moving
bro.
that way.
Yeah.
Niggas is tweet, oh, he's on a perk. He's on. I'm like, bro, like
It's just a popular thing to say.
you're it's showing, guy. I don't
Yeah,
know what it is. But it's showing whatever it is. Like bro, y'all don't even know what a perk does. Like, what are y'all talking
It's
about?
not moving like that.
Yeah, like what are y'all talking about, man? Like.
I mean, that nigga's Jack, bro. His team won, bro. His college,
His
his
alma
alma
mater,
mater
yeah,
won. Like, what do you expect? If I was a cracker doing that shit, them niggas would have just been like, oh, he's just having a great time.
Niggas, I didn't
Boys
know
being the
Carmelo was
boys.
there too. That nigga, they showed Odell like fake posting up Carmelo and shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck Carmelo doing on the field, bro? Like,
Hey, yo.
what's this? What happened?
Why Rusty look like that, man?
Let me see. Damn.
Yo,
Rusty looked like a footheel, bro. Rusty looked like a footheel with a season. Yo,
Why Rusty look like that, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, yo, that show was kind of dope, man.
What,
Run's House?
Run's House?
Run's House?
Yeah, that shit
that
was
shit was
dope.
kind of fire,
I
man.
fuck with that show.
Yeah, I fuck with
That whole
Run's House.
MTV era was kind of dope.
They had some dope shows. I
It
ain't
was
gonna lie.
Run's House. They had
Yo, man, me and my gal been watching Making the Band. The old episodes,
Which
dog.
one?
The first
season?
the first
With
season
Ines
and
and
the
all them?
second season. What? You said
Ines
what?
was on the first one, wasn't he?
He was on all of them shit, dog. I was watching
I
the.
thought you were talking about like the day 26 one.
Oh no, not the. I'm talking about the Making the Band one. The band, like where it was Ness, Babs, and all them.
Hey,
Yo, that shit been jazz.
You
Choke that
remember
nigga out, man.
You remember when Fred threw that trash can at Chopper face?
Yeah,
That nigga like, man, this nigga just I was
bust my
like,
lip.
yo, Fred was regulating on them
Yeah.
niggas, bro. Like,
All while sucking his thumb.
yeah, bro. Like, hey, man, shout out Fred, man. Hey, but yeah, Diddy a wild nigga though for having that show in the first place though, for real. But they had the Making a Band. You had Ron's House. You had the Snoop Dogg show, Doggy Fizzle.
Doggy Fizzle, I remember that. Yeah, Pimp My
That
Ride
shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
That Snoop Dogg show.
Hey man, Pit My Ride was my favorite show, dog. But
They
it got
used-
to a point where I felt like these niggas was just they ran out of ideas.
They was putting
They was
anything in
running-
cars,
they was
bruh.
putting
Niggas was
anything
putting
cars,
fish
bro.
tanks in any nigga car, bro. Like,
This
Fish
one
tanks in
girl,
the
they
Sentra.
put they cleaned her. They put her like a little yoga shit in the back. It was like a wood flooring, like yoga type set up in the back of the Jeep and shit. I'm like, bro, how much space? She ain't got no space to do no fucking yoga back there. And
I
they put
remember that one.
it was a yellow Jeep,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Remember?
That shit made no sense.
Like the
Yeah.
first one was dope. I remember the first one because it was a dude. He had like some type of Honda, and the colors was they would change in the sun, and they put the PS2 in there.
Yeah, they had some dope.
They had
paint
some
jobs
dope
on
shit.
Yeah.
Now the fish tank one wasn't. That shit was dope. I ain't even gonna lie. The fish tank.
Nah,
one
it was a
fire.
few fish tanks ones.
Yeah.
I was like,
But they
bro,
started running with the typical putting the video game either in the trunk or in the back, TVs in the headrest, which was fire.
That's like basic.
dope.
That's like
just the
standard, though.
basic
That's like
shit.
standard.
That's when Exhibit got away from it. I remember he had an on his
Somebody else picked it up. I can't remember.
Chameleonaire.
Chameleonaire.
Yeah.
Once because Exhibit said something happened with the producers and he was like he ain't come back and Chameleonaire came and I think Chameleonaire just had it on some Houston shit like we just gonna put swingers in. We put the systems in all these niggas cars. Fuck it, nigga. Like you get a PS2, you get it. Everybody get PS2s, nigga. Fuck
The
it.
game shit, and at that time we kids, it was like you think, dog, that had the game and the whip was
Word, bro.
That was
Yo,
different.
real
That was
talk,
different.
I seen that
I
before.
had an uncle. This nigga put a PS2 in every car he had. So back then, looking at this, I was like, yo, I know a nigga got a PS2 in this car right now, nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
dog, that was a dope ass time, bro.
I
Like,
definitely want to have TVs in my headrest in my 7 Series.
Hell yeah.
dog, when I was 11, 12 watching that shit, even when Lil Romeo had his MTV crib shit,
oh yeah, that was hard.
dog, this nigga had his own whip.
Yeah,
but
that was
on top
hard.
of that, he had the game system not only in the front, he had it in the back too. So for the passenger, even at the passenger side, bro, that was like, dog, that's fucking nasty.
Man, I had a homeboy who his dad was a D boy, and this nigga had he had an expedition, and they had like the TVs in the headrest. That was the first time I ever seen that shit. He didn't have no video game system in
Had
there.
the navigator. though.
Yeah, but the
I had
TVs in the
navigator.
headrest of the expedition. I was like, dog, this shit is fly, my nigga.
That
Like,
shit is
that shit was
nigga,
fly
that
back
shit
then,
still
bro.
fly.
My
Like,
uncle had the shit that pop out in the front, and
pop-
then he had the big one that fold down in the back.
Yeah.
We had that shit. I was like, yo, this shit hard
This
as
shit
fuck,
hard,
bro.
bro.
Like, that shit too hard, bro.
Pit My Ride did have some crazy ass run though. But Run's House, I remember the episode when Diggy was supposed to Rusty was supposed to go and buy new clothes because he was fucking up his clothes, but he went and bought the Nintendo Wii instead, and the sisters dropped them off and just peeled off. So when he came in, it was like, yeah, where's the rest of your bags? She's like, where your clothes? I didn't get none. So she got mad at Run. She's like, see, this is your fault. He's like, how's my fault? She's like, you were supposed to take them. He's like, Angela and Vanessa was supposed to have this man go buy clothes. This man went and bought a video game instead. So this man up in the room, he's like, hey, you know you weren't
Matter
supposed
of
to go buy
fact, I
this,
remember that
right?
episode,
Remember?
bro. I
So he
remember that
ended
shit.
up
I
playing the
remember that
thing
shit,
with him.
yeah.
The mom come in the room.
Yeah,
She get mad.
Yeah, I remember that shit because he was supposed to be disciplining them.
Hey, but at the time though, that Nintendo Wii was fire, bro. Like, I used to play it. Trip you out when my sisters went and got braces. I can't remember his name, man. Dope dude, because he did my braces. I can't remember. He out in Goose Creek and he got another one in Somerville. This man had every game system you can imagine in the weight room. In the waiting room,
Damn.
he had Nintendo Wii, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, all that shit. I get in there and play that Nintendo Wii until I couldn't play that shit no more, dog.
Damn, that's gas.
That shit was fire.
One of my favorite shows on MTV, MTV Diaries, when they would like follow around an artist. Like,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
the one they had Jay-Z. I remember I was watching a Ludacris one yesterday. That shit was crazy because they was going to 2 Chainz house.
Yeah, and I think been in the hood.
Yeah, still in the hood.
One. I remember that one.
That shit was.
Hey,
Rough.
them diary shows was hard. Jay-Z had the best one because I remember this nigga bought the Midnight Sixes on this episode, bruh. In the Jordan 6s, and he bought the 5s for when he performed at the VMAs.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing with shows back then. They felt like they was more authentic. This shit now, it seems like it's more gimmicky.
I mean, they ain't really doing no original content like that
Yeah.
now. All they got is like catfish.
Remember Behind the Music?
I used to love Behind the Music, man.
Yeah, that was dope. That was really
VH1
dope.
has some really good hip hop documentaries.
Yeah, they
I remember
did.
the And You Don't Stop the 30 Years of Hip
I
Hop.
remember that. Those were dope.
They
The
had a
80s
couple,
and 90s ones was
yeah,
dope.
they had some good ones, man.
Even like the little bullshit shows, like the I Love the
90s,
and
I Love
shit
the
like
80s,
that.
yeah.
Those were hard too. Like they need to do one for like these eras now. Like honestly, like
That
these
shit
shows
was-
would be hard.
Dog, for them to cover 2010 to 2019, I would love to see that. I would love to see that because I really want to see how they're going to tackle the social media uprise and all that shit. Like, just to think this decade is already over, dog, was nuts, dog. Like, that shit is just wild.
Man,
We
bro,
had so much shit
February is
happen,
damn
man.
near next week. Shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, dog, the first half of the year always blow by. And then to me, I'm only speaking for me, July drags, and then August kind of picks up, and then September the year's over.
I think them summer months kind of drag for me.
Yeah, they
period.
do.
Like,
To me,
June
too.
just blows by. July, that shit drags.
Yeah, July.
It always drags for some reason. I don't know
like
why.
from May to August, them shit drag to me.
I can't understand
I
that.
feel that.
But they need to bring back some of them shit for real. Bring back some of those shows.
And I remember on that Jay-Z one, he was riding around and he was listening. I never really paid attention to it, but he was listening to UGK Woodwill.
Yeah.
He was riding around in that
When he
Benz.
did the triple, what was it, man? The triple lane barrel roll.
Yeah.
He was talking about the
Yeah.
little movie doing the freeway. I remember that shit. I tried to do that shit the first time I was driving. A nigga almost caused the fucking pile up on fucking I-26, dog. I referred that shit. My mom was like, "What the fuck is you doing here?" I almost caused a pile up, bro.
Damn,
Like,
G.
nah,
Damn.
man, I remember that shit, man. Those are some dope times.
Who had the best MTV Crib episode?
I don't know.
Red Man.
Yeah, that was lit too.
I say Dallas Austin, man.
I don't know.
It was Red
Dallas
Man.
Austin crib was
That
futuristic,
shit
my
was
nigga.
fire,
That
though.
shit was
Damn.
hard. His
What?
house in Junior.
I don't even remember that. I don't remember that.
That shit had the automatic doors.
Yeah, that shit was
For
futuristic.
each room.
Yeah.
Like, and he had the little bar set up downstairs. So like, everybody doing it now. But I think outside looking, he was the first one to have it. So like when you go down there, you had the pool and you can see people swimming. That was the first time I seen that shit.
Yeah.
That shit was fire.
His crib was dope as fuck.
It was Dallas Austin. I would say he had a fire one.
Well, Wayne one was hard too.
Shaq shit was hard.
Yeah,
Shaq shit was
yeah,
hard,
Shaq.
and 50.
Yeah.
Because 50 took up the whole block.
Well, Tony Hawk, they showed
50
Tony
Fat
Hawk's
Joe.
He had a dope one.
yeah,
Master
Tony
P.
Hawk's fucking condo. This nigga had like you come in, grab a skateboard, and you just fucking go, and like you.
His
They
little
got
pool,
ramps
his
up the
pool
wall.
area
and
was
shit.
nasty because he had that slide and shit. And Tony
Hey,
Hawk-
y'all niggas remember when BT had How I'm Living?
Yeah, I remember that.
They
Yeah,
was
I
like,
remember that.
BT was like, "Oh, we see y'all, but we
Yeah,
got
yeah,
this
yeah.
shit."
Yeah.
We
Hey,
see
you
y'all.
remember the Lil Wayne How I'm Living?
Yeah, I remember
Hey,
that one and
yeah,
the little flip one. And T.I. was like, "Nigga, you rented that house, nigga. That wasn't your house, nigga." T.I. was on that nigga head, bro. Like T.I. was on that nigga's soul, bro.
For
Like,
cultural purposes, Redman had the best one.
yeah, great man. That nigga
Because
over
he had the, his shit wasn't.
My
My
nigga had the
nigga,
dollar.
my nigga had different Timberland and Jordan boxes
But-
scattered all throughout the motherfucker.
My nigga had the dollar box.
Random, yeah.
This man had the greasy ass chicken right next to the Dreamcast and
Hey,
shit.
this nigga was like,
But he
yo.
had bought his mama house.
Yeah.
So
The nigga was like, "Yo, when y'all come through, late night after the club, I got the George Foreman right here. You put the
Yes.
what was the fish? He was like, you put
Man,
the lemon
listen.
butter fish on there. They're amazing.
that shit
This
was wild.
nigga's crazy, bro. This nigga-
No, that damn, who was that dude from one of them rich ass they pool setup was crazy because he had a little grotto like type shit. I think that's the name. I might be
the
correct.
little cave shit.
Yeah.
I know the episode. I don't know who it is.
Oh,
though.
that shit was fire because it was like basically like
Yeah.
a bar setup type
Yeah, I
shit.
know-
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, the
But
shit
it was inside, like a
It was
little cave
inside.
shit. Yeah, that shit.
So it
was
went to the
hard,
pool
bro.
to the that shit was fire, dog.
Yeah.
Man, I think it was a Virgin Mobile guy.
The white dude.
The white dude.
That wasn't him. Cause
This shit was on the island.
Yeah, he had his own island.
Yeah, you're right.
That nigga had like a little, like
it was
a
somebody
little,
else. I can't remember.
Yeah, that Virgin Mobile nigga, he was on his own, like on his own shit.
Hell
like,
yeah, nigga got his own island.
Shit was fire. Ludacris had the little mini football field in his backyard on his MTV crib.
My dog still had the '93 Acura.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah,
I think he still got that shit too.
Right.
He might, because he said that's the shit
That's his first car. Like that's
grind
his
that got
first
me through the
car,
grind
like,
and all that shit.
Yeah, he
was
said he
done
never
with
won't forget
that.
where he came from. I think he still got that shit. That's
I can
dope.
see why people don't. I can see why artists probably don't do that shit no more. But that was a good show because
social media ruined all
that.
that.
You can rent an Airbnb.
You'll never see no you'll never see no shit. Like you might see niggas doing a little flip shit and get a fake house. Like this is my house, nigga. Like y'all not gonna see my personal
Soulja
house.
Boy shit would be super crazy if he do that.
Yeah, Soulja Boy shit would be hard, bro.
Like this nigga would be doing all type of wild
did
shit.
Kanye ever do a cribs or something?
Nah, hell no.
You gotta see his refrigerator though. The little walk-in shit he got.
Oh well,
That shit
the
is
Kim
the
K
size.
shit
That shit
fire.
is literally the fucking size of a restaurant.
Yeah,
like,
walk-in
of a
freezer.
restaurant walk-in freezer, bro.
That shit crazy, bro. Then she had like all her like.
But the gym one is even better because she got a refrigerator inside the gym with
It's
different type
filled
of
with
waters.
Voss. It's
Filled with Voss and all
Voss.
like yo. But if I had bread like that, that would be my first thing automatically I would have in the house. It's a gym and a basketball court.
I have a basketball court.
I would not have an outdoor basketball court. I would have an indoor basketball court.
Yeah.
Like Drake one. That nigga shit hard, bro.
Man,
that
he got the scoreboard and all that.
That
shit.
nigga shit
That
look like a fucking.
And he got
that nigga can host tournaments and that shit, bro.
His shit look like Mamba Academy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck this nigga got going on?
That nigga can host tournaments
That
and that
nigga got
shit.
the big Raptors and shit on. I was like, bro, this nigga, bro, got some different type of bags, bro. Like,
Shaq shit was fire.
yeah, Shaq one was hard. His
That
court
nigga
hard,
basketball court was fire. He had the garage, but he had his garage looked like a showroom.
Hell yeah, I remember that.
That one comedian got like a fleet of cars, old school cars. I can't remember.
Jay
his name.
Leno.
Jay Leno and Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Them boy, they both.
Jay Leno, all his cars white. All his cars are all white.
Floyd got
he
a
on his
fleet of
Gotti
cars
shit,
that's
yeah.
white and black. I remember his MTV Cribs episode.
Who, Floyd?
I think he got a fleet that's white, black, and red. I could be wrong, but that nigga.
Shock
shit
I would
was
see
crazy.
Floyd being like the only nigga from like current times doing a crib.
Because
like,
you can't pump
He
fake
would.
that.
Yeah,
you can't pump
no.
fake that.
faking that nigga, bro. You can't pump fake that nigga.
He be on the gram now, be telling
Yeah,
niggas
yeah.
about themselves like, bruh, like when I go on vacation, I'm gonna take 30 watches with me. Like
This nigga takes a month vacation. Bro.
that's why it'd be funny when niggas be like, oh, why Floyd taking these fights? He must be broke. Like, no, the nigga just likes money. Like,
Got to get it all while he's still living.
dog, Floyd is gonna. I think he'll fight again.
You see he posted shit after the Conor fight. He was like Conor and Floyd part 2.
He's not getting in no MMA ring, but he'll fight again.
Yeah, he's definitely not getting on MMA.
They get his ass fucking
I'm not.
killed.
I'm not trying to see Floyd catch a foot to the face.
nah,
bro.
I'm
I'm not
Like,
trying to see that.
I'm not.
That's
trying
a different arena right there.
They'll flip him like a rag doll.
I ain't trying to see that
I don't
shit,
wanna
bro.
see
That'll
that.
be legacy damaging.
I mean, this is the thing. You got to catch Floyd first. So if they catch Floyd, they're gonna flip him. But maybe he might be able.
It's different in that octagon, though, bro.
But they'll catch Floyd in the octagon.
They're gonna pin his ass in the corner, and it's gonna go completely left, bro. Floyd gonna have to swing on that shit, and once you swing, you open yourself up.
That's what I'm saying. Once you
like,
miss, it's over.
You can't guard. You can't guard 2 feet and two fan hands at the same
and
time.
a headbutt.
And elbows and knees and all kind of shit. Like
Floyd is that nigga, man. Like, he's the only nigga to not lose in his respective sport, bruh. And he be getting shitted on for that shit because, you know,
the way
other
he did
shit
it.
shit and the way he did it, how flamboyant he is.
No, it come down to the way he did it.
Yeah, like when they did the top athletes of this,
It should have been him.
Not the decade, but the one before that they did a couple years ago, like a 20 years, dating back to like 96, 95. And they had this man like, I can't remember who number one was, but he should have been number one. It should have been him and Serena, easily.
Yeah.
Like, this man has never lost, and he just killed in everything, dog. Like, he put his people on. Like,
He take care of a bunch of people.
if I was to be an athlete, I would be him in terms of how he take care, because he don't drink, he don't smoke, everything that he get be for his people eat. Like, I don't see him ever fumbling money. I just can't see it. Like, when it come to bread, he's just smart with it.
Yeah, he's smart, and Floyd has been at this shit for a long time. I think if he was gonna go broke, he would have been broke.
Exactly.
He would have
like
been
Tyson.
He would have been broke like back in like 03
to 04, you know what I'm
around
saying?
with 50 in them boys, like, you would
Yeah.
have been broke. Like,
This man done touched so much paper, and for him to still have it, like, flipping and, dog. That's what it's about at the end of the day if you're an athlete, dog. Like, you get your money. Like Marshawn Lynch said, man, you know, take care of your mentals, take care of your chickens.
You be good.
You know, so when you retire, you be
hey
straight.
man, I had to break down with this. I had to talk to this old head yesterday. He was like, "Yo, man, Marshawn was sounding like a coon. Like, we talking about chicken, man. We talking about chicken."
Talking
I was
about
like,
money,
"He's talking
man.
about
My money,
man."
nigga.
He's like, he talking about chicken, man. He sounded like he tapped down. I was like, bro, you too woke, bro. Like, you just need to chill out for one.
Word.
He not talking about chicken and trying to be on no coons. He talking about money,
Money,
man.
nigga.
Like, I was like, bro, you never heard nobody refer to money as chicken? Like, he was like, nah, man, that's not how we do, man. And
Get the
I was
fuck
like-
out of here, man.
I
Get
was
the
like,
fuck
all right.
out of here.
I was like, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, bro. Like, what you talking about, man? Like, some niggas just be too old and not out of place, man.
Out of touch
Like,
with it.
Out of touch, man.
Hey, man, y'all been keeping up with this impeachment shit?
Yeah, so what happened with that?
I haven't really been keeping up with it that much. I just know it's going through its stages. Honestly, I feel like this shit is pretty much pointless.
Dog,
at
November
this
is
point.
here, so
Yeah, like it's
I
pointless.
don't even know what we talking about now.
But I don't really keep up with it too much. I'll just glance at it a little bit. It just looked like that it's like they're trying to do something, but it's not gonna work. It's a stall out. Like
I said this
niggas trying to go to war and shit. Like
I said this
man,
when it
give a
first
fuck.
happened. Like, it's even if we do get him out of office, my nigga, it's 2020 already. So
It doesn't matter.
it don't even matter.
I mean, I don't even know which presidential person is even like.
I feel like the time niggas was spending trying to get him out of office this whole 4 years, it could have went towards something else.
Yeah.
Like, y'all wanted to get this nigga out of office so bad, y'all wasted 4 years.
Well, man,
4 years of what?
no progress, no nothing. We just in a whole bunch of shit right now. Like, and that's it. And
We?
not we, not us. I'm talking about them niggas, not me.
I ain't in shit.
Or
Them people over there done said they don't got nothing. They don't got no problem with us. So it ain't no we.
yo, man, I was doing some YouTube investigating because doing presidential. I went down a rabbit hole, and I also looked at this Twitter article, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, fam. Yo, I think there is a link and a connection between the Clintons and human trafficking, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, it's them.
like dog, like
Hold
it
on,
was
hold on,
like,
hold on,
like,
hold on,
bruh.
hold on, hold on. Because I don't want to get too deep on here.
Okay,
but
like-
if you're in tune, then yeah, you would kind of.
Dog, it's plain to see though. But niggas ain't putting it. I don't know why niggas ain't speaking on this shit, dog. Like, so if it happened, just let it know. We're just the messengers told you first. Honestly, bro, like I did my YouTube. I was one day I was on Twitter and I saw this article and this dude was basically having all these stats, all this information about how. Like, it's crazy, bro.
With
It's
all
like
the Haiti shit and all that.
from the Haiti shit to the Epstein shit,
Mhm.
and
But that Epstein shit is deep because a lot of niggas is in that Epstein
bro,
shit.
Clinton was on this nigga plane 27 times.
Yeah.
Bro got an island off the Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands and Haiti are not too far away from each other.
Yeah, and then people still at that island though.
You see what I'm like, dog? Like, hey man, it's a little too
No,
deep
we'll
for
talk.
the
We'll
intro.
talk off camera.
Yeah, it was
but
a little too deep for the intro.
If anybody wants to know the website that it's a particular website that I frequent. I'll put markers on, but if anyone wants.
Damn,
to know
dog, we
that-
can't talk about it. Y'all scared they gonna pull up on y'all? I'm just playing.
Honestly,
I
I do want. Listen, I do want to do a episode where we just unravel on all the conspiracies, but I know today is not the day.
Yeah, it's a very deep dive. We was just talking about presidents, and I just thought about that, and I was high.
Man, I can
just been
imagine how much this shit. This
While
country
looking
done
at that Twitter shit,
did,
and then
man.
I went over to YouTube and typed it in, and I just went down the rabbit hole.
How y'all feel about how I saw an article on Twitter? It was basically saying how the Russians targeted black people with those fake bot pages, and that's what swayed Hillary from getting the 2016 election. Me personally, I don't think we were. It said black people were heavily influenced by Russian bot pages, and that's what helped Trump win. I don't think that's the case because I see more white people get trolled by these pages, so I can't really, say any. I can't say that it was us that being influenced. I think that's more propaganda because niggas still can't take the fact that Hillary basically tried to take the election and it still backfired.
Yeah.
Me personally, but I can't really say black people were influenced by it. Yeah, those bot pages were active and they were heavy and a lot were exposed, but I would keep it a buck. I've seen a lot of white people get trolled by a lot of these pages too, so I can't really say it's just us being influenced by it. It's just Hillary got watched at the polls, bro. It happened. Like,
Yeah.
let that shit go. Now because the faithful black people didn't vote for the Democrats 1 year, now we was influenced we just so easily influenced by outsiders. Come on, man. Like, cut it out, man. Just take your L, man.
It is what it is.
Hey, bro, you had to lose your black card last week, man. I was disappointed in you, man.
I lost my black card.
How you didn't know that was Christopher Williams on?
Oh,
Oh,
bruh.
goddamn!
I never saw
Yes.
the video. I never saw the video though. I never saw the video, bro. I never saw the I'm Dreaming video from
Wow.
from New Jack City, bro.
Damn.
When I saw the shit, like I was just like Marcus. I was getting high one night, looking at a bunch of New Jack Swing videos.
I was
Yeah.
just fucking with
Promise
you,
you, bro. Like I was like, yo,
Yeah, that's
that's
him,
Kareem
bro.
Akbar singing this song this whole fucking time. Like that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite songs, bro. And I was like, hold
That's
on.
on fire.
Yeah.
That song fire as fuck. I was like, I was watching an old Teddy Riley video, and then I was like, I started singing "I'm Dreaming" in my head, and I was like, oh, let me type this shit in, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, don't wake me up, so let me type this shit.
Yeah.
And
I
then
feel you
was
because there's a lot of songs I didn't think had videos attached to them.
word, like word. I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
saw the "I'm Dreaming" video, bro. And then I was like, hold on, bro.
That's him.
This is light skinned nigga. That's fucking Kareem Akbar, dog. This nigga was by the big ass, like, he had the glasses on. So I was like, oh shit, this nigga was really singing this shit, dog. Like, I didn't know that shit, bro.
Yeah, that was him.
I didn't know this shit, bro. I'm not even a real leader to CMB. It's Kareem Akbar.
Educated brother over there.
See, I got a whole list of names.
If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody
Taking
with me.
everybody with me. This is bigger than Nino.
This shit was crazy. We had any new music come out? This past
Oh yeah,
week?
the check cleared for this man. You know what I'm saying? The check cleared.
For who?
Hey, man, Moneybag Yo just dropped the
You know what I'm saying? The check cleared for this man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Eminem did drop.
yeah, get on the check cleared.
Hey, man, when y'all see me talk, y'all know that's just a troll. Like, I wish I was getting paid. Anybody paid me for my opinion. But shit, yeah.
I didn't take a listen to it.
Eminem did drop. I didn't listen to this shit, but they said he
Nah, I
dropped a
did not
video.
listen to that shit.
He was reenacting the Vegas shooting from a couple years ago. If that's one of y'all want to say this is one of the best rappers of all time, then that's I'm gonna leave it at that's a hill that y'all niggas gonna have to die on. But that shit is corny to me. Like who's doing this?
I mean, you can't fight him being the greatest, one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Bro, that shit is corny, man.
That was
Like,
corny, but I mean,
this
he
shit
is
is
one of
corny,
the
man.
greatest. But I ain't fucking with him.
that shit is corny, man. Like
He
but
tailed off a long time ago.
that nigga tailed off like a good 10 to 12 years ago.
Yeah, after Encore.
Like
15 years ago, probably.
Yeah, because Encore was 15 years ago.
Yeah. Like,
so it's like, come on, bro. You came out 2000. Encore was what?
Somebody told me
2000?
Recovery was a classic and it was perfect start to beginning, but he's a Detroit nigga, so I think he's
I
biased.
mean, shit, we got Detroit niggas saying.
Word, about to say.
So that one nigga
You
started
shout out,
baby
you know
like,
what I'm
you
saying?
know, my nigga.
He's like, we do
that's
not listen to
that's
that
a real
shit.
Detroit nigga, like a real
I'm only
East Side
listening to one
nigga,
song
like,
off of Recovery, and that's the one with Wayne. And yeah, that's
Nah, them niggas is not riding around
niggas-
listening to no
niggas-
fucking
niggas-
Eminem.
Niggas out there is not riding to no Marshall Mathers, man. Like, you know, niggas ride around to that side of niggas. Still
That
ride
nigga said
around
Marshall
to-
Mathers is the greatest rap album all time.
Who said that?
My nigga from Detroit. I was like, nigga, you are wildin', bruh.
Is
like,
he black or is he white?
No, he black.
And you took my black card from me?
Fuck out of here.
You took my black card?
Oh yeah, me and this nigga. I be like, dog, I don't. When it come to rap music, don't talk to me about Eminem because I don't want to hear that shit, bro. You don't have no unbiased opinion about that man. I don't want to
Hey,
hear
man,
that shit.
did he-
Nigga told me he more influential than Wayne and a better rapper than Wayne.
Hey, man, did Eminem
I don't
out-rap
even-
Jay-Z on Renegade? Like,
no,
for real?
No.
I think it was even cute.
No, I don't think so. Honestly, bro, to me, when I listen to Jay-Z's lyrics on Renegade, that shit is like way harder. Like his niggas, like he's telling the story, he's painting a picture. Eminem just fucking. I'm a moment that's on the vivid and modern day Shakespeare. Like nigga, I don't care, bro. Like
that guy he came
yes,
out that bitch.
you know what I'm saying? Like
That nigga got his Joe
Hov was
Buddy
spitting
bag.
on that shit, dog. Hov
But
was
Joe
spitting.
Buddy be like Eminem just rhymes words together. That's all he does.
Hov was Hov was
ate it up
telling a
because
little
he's
mini
white,
story
man.
within that, man.
Like,
Like
he ate it up because he's white, man.
needed something to Like, man,
Nah, he got busy, but he didn't wash over. Nas pushed that narrative, bro. I'm telling y'all, Nas pushed that narrative on Ether, and y'all let that nigga ride with that narrative for a long time.
I didn't let him ride with it. I never thought that Eminem out-rapped Hov on that.
No,
song,
but I'm telling you, when
like,
Ether. No, I'm telling you, when Ether came out, it was more.
Nas was joking. Like that was like a bar, man.
Nah, he wanted to play the people. He said that even if he didn't believe it just sound good on the record.
Exactly.
So why not say it on the record? I'm gonna say that on the record.
So
I'm gonna say it, and I don't even think it.
But niggas gonna run with that. But niggas gonna run.
You can't blame Nas. You can't blame Nas for that.
No, it wasn't. Niggas wasn't running with that narrative when that. It was only December when Ether came out. Blueprint came out September 01. Yeah, so niggas wasn't really creating that narrative like that. Like, Eminem washed Jay-Z. When he said that shit on Ether, it was like, oh.
Well, maybe he did.
Exactly. Nas out of here, man.
Hey, I ain't getting Nas out of here. Nas do what needed.
I fuck with Nas, but with that shit, I never. That shit overrated. Nas held
on to that shit until a nigga birthday, man. Like, Nas said, "Fuck September, nigga. I'm gonna go in seclusion for a little bit."
Did the album drop December 4th or did Ether drop on December 4th?
December 4th.
Oh, okay.
The album came out like a little bit after that.
Who broke that record? Flex?
That record, yeah, Flex broke that record. I'll never forget this shit because my god sister called me. She was like, yo, they about to play Ether later today, bro. And I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, nigga, Nas this. Nigga, they about to play this shit. I'm going to record it. I was like, nigga, what? Then, like, they played Ether down here, like, the next day.
I can't deny its impact because at that time, that shit, it was a ripple effect. It was a ripple effect.
Yeah.
It was a ripple effect. So I can't really knock it. I do feel like Takeover was better, though. That's just my opinion. Because
Takeover had facts. These were factual though in Takeover. I mean, Ether just had the wow factor. It was loud. It was bright.
Nothing in Ether was factual.
I'm not saying nothing in Ether was factual, but you can go back and trace these facts with Hov. Like you can go back and trace these facts.
So you can't do that with Ether.
I mean, what? Name a fact, really, that
he said a nigga was ugly, man.
Like, I mean, what? All these things are opinions. I think Beanie Siegel's a better rapper than you, but that's opinion.
Eminem wash you on your own shit.
That's an opinion.
I said that shows you your first tech on tour with Large Professor. They both was on tour with Large Professor. Then I heard you talk about your tech on your dresser.
That's what Jay-Z said that to Nas.
Nah,
that Jay-Z said that to Nas on Takeover.
Nas said you ran in my Jay said
in '88 you was getting chased to your building, calling my crib, and I ain't even give you my number. All
Nas said that on
yeah, but no, I'm talking. But you said about the tech on the dressing line.
Yeah,
that's Jay-Z. That was Hov. Hov said that.
I mean, I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is. We'll never know about a lot of these niggas.
They drink liquor together now, so it don't even matter now. It don't even matter. They pour ice in each other's drinks, so it don't even matter now. They cool.
Yeah.
They was cool in 2005. Yeah. Like that shouldn't even matter, man.
Yeah, because they got back on American Gangster, right?
Because
there was dissing Cameron and winning from
one interview. Cameron, I'll never forget that MTV interview. They was both. Jay-Z was like, I mean, I don't know how hard it must be to shoot and throw a rock sign up. And Nas was like, yeah. Like, like.
Hey, in 97, if Mace and Jay would have really beef, I think Mace would have got the best of him.
Mace was on fire back then.
I think he would have got the best of him.
You gotta think Mace,
because the way he got at Cameron, that's like post. He wasn't even in his prime. So I think if he really put out a diss record back then, he probably would have got. He probably would have gave it the whole.
I never knew they really had beef like that though.
No, it wasn't. It was
like just on some record type shit.
Yeah, but he threw shots at that man. Like he dissed him. I don't know if you saw that tweet I had tagged Marguson. He dissed him on that 112 record.
What did he say about Hov though?
The ice.
Niggas talking platinum this and platinum that. Niggas ain't got no platinum hits.
Oh, okay.
Because you know Hov was the one who was talking about
rocking platinum and shit, but he really was though. Yeah. Like
niggas talking platinum that, platinum this.
Y'all was still rocking gold Jesus pieces. Hov had to.
But see, Hov came at him on Imaginary Players.
Yeah, he killed him on that.
Yeah, he killed him.
When he came back on that 112 record. It was subtle though.
When I first heard that was like a Mace diss, I had to really go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
I was like, dog, he's flaming this nigga right now, dog. Like, damn Playboy, what the fuck is that on my head? That nigga was getting at that.
Nobody knew because he wasn't name dropping, but Hov is a king of like the
The subliminal.
Yeah, the
nigga
subliminal
say you
shit.
moving records like such, but you want to be me. Like that nigga thought he was basically it was on some shit like nigga, your single 99 cents, mine's is $4. Like I might be an independent artist, nigga, but I still get all my money, nigga.
And I came from the streets with this shit.
Where you getting pimped by Diddy, you know what I'm saying? The label, you're still getting pimped by the label.
Yeah,
like
you're basically writing songs. I mean, he did write a lot of songs post Biggie's death that kind of carried Bad Boy, but at the same time, your money not like mine, nigga. Like, you know,
I get all mine. There's nobody splitting it. There's nobody.
Mace was
taking,
that nigga. I
taking
can't
the shit
believe
out the
Dale
pie.
said Killer Mike was a better rapper than Mace, bro. Dale, you was wildin', bro.
Man, take like Dale Black Card, man.
Dale was wildin' for that take. I was like, niggas forget how nice Mace was, bro.
Hold on. I mean, no disrespect to Killer Mike because Killer Mike is a Southern legend.
He's not
bro.
no top anything.
But I've never heard nobody say Killer Mike was top anything until I met Lydell, bro. Like, Lydell, you got some explaining.
The
to
Run
do,
the
my
Jewels thing, man. That's what them boy gonna point to.
man. Those
I don't listen to that shit.
that shit is King Street rap, man.
That's
That's Silver Dollar rap.
that's Fader rap.
That is Fader rap.
That's
man.
Fader rap.
And I have all the respect in the world for Killer Mike, bro. Like that nigga's one of the most thorough niggas, bro. But I can't rock with none of that Run the Jewels shit, bro. That's like it's safe rap, man. Y'all that's ESPN music. Like, come on, bro. Like,
it's safe.
that's Madden soundtrack music, bro.
But there's a lot of niggas who got mad at soundtrack.
No, that's like the stereotypical, prototypical Madden shit, bro.
Hey man, Madden did have some dope fires.
I'm about
It
to
has
say,
some dope
man,
tracks.
like,
I get what
Killer,
you say. I get
y'all
what you
get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what
though.
you're
Y'all
saying.
get what I'm saying. This ain't golden era Madden. I'm talking about play it safe Madden now.
Yeah.
Hey man, NBA
Post-college
Street,
Madden.
NBA Street Volume 2 and 3 has some of the best soundtracks, bro.
The one, hold on, what's the one with Jordan on? The Jordan one? With
So
Nelly on board?
V2 had Bonafide, Jordan, and Stretch on the cover. V3 had Baron Davis on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, online NBA Street Volume 2 is one of the greatest basketball games ever.
3 was better though.
Hell no, Volume 2 was that.
3 had the
Volume
trick
2 on Xbox. Volume 2 on
But
Xbox.
3 had the trick stick.
Man, hell no, bro.
I'ma
Magic
keep-
Johnson
Three
was
had
the
the trick
rawest nigga on that game,
Yeah.
Hey,
fam.
hold on now.
That nigga running that court with Magic
Word,
Johnson on
dog.
tweet. Oh,
Magic
my
was
God,
killing that
bro.
What
shit,
game
bro.
breakers was better, 3 or 2? You could do your own game breakers on 3.
2 was like
The two
when
did
the
it
game
for you.
No, when
2 did it
the
for
2
you.
did it for you, but how they did it for you, the whole shit lit up
Yeah,
and
like, that shit was
the
hard,
moves and
bro.
niggas throwing off the bad boy and all
How
that
could
shit.
you
That shit
not
was
like
gas,
the trick
bro.
stick on 3? And shout out to GameCube. GameCube threw Mario and them boys on there.
Hey,
That shit
man,
was
why
fire.
niggas was trying to say NFL Street trash, man?
NFL Street was trash. 2 was
I
better.
ain't never fuck with NFL,
NFL
Street like
Street?
that.
2 was way better. 2 was
Honestly,
way better.
honestly,
I'm saying,
Blitz
no,
was
they
probably
was-
Blitz was probably
niggas-
better
no,
than that.
They said the
was
whole
saying
series?
The whole series.
Oh no, they
was
tripping.
trash, bro.
They
Like,
tripping.
I was
They
So
so
which is a better series, NFL Streets or
I'm
NFL
going
Blitz?
NFL Street, bro.
No Blitz.
I going NFL.
I'm going
Street.
Blitz.
Blitz.
I'm
Mo,
sorry.
you tripping? Blitz.
Nah, I'm going.
I'm going
Street,
Blitz.
bro.
Dog, they had the
That shit
arcade
only-
set up.
That
Come
shit
on,
only-
dog.
That shit only good at the arcade. That shit
No.
trash playing. at
No,
home.
that shit was good on N64.
No, you tripping on N64. You tripping.
That shit was still
And
good.
PlayStation.
Listen, I had all these games, bro. Yeah,
The codes you can put in before you go to the
you can do this at
kickoff?
the
Come on,
arcade.
man.
You do this shit at the arcade. I played these games at a lattice pass.
I bet you if you take a vote, niggas will say Blitz is better than
and that's
Street.
cool. I'll be the odd one out. I go in.
No, but Street was fine, but Street 2 is better because you can run up the wall, you can catch off the wall,
Yeah,
all that
bro,
shit.
I never really got into NFL Streets, so I was always.
You would like
NFL
it.
I was always fucking with NFL.
If you play it
Blitz.
right now, I bet you would like
I've been
it.
fucking with Adrian James.
Fuck, man, I wish I still had my GameCube, man.
I'm getting Donovan McNabb. We've been going crazy, bro.
No bullshit, I might get on eBay or something and find me a GameCube and go buy that bitch.
I never was a fan of GameCube, man.
Yo, niggas try to shit on GameCube, but GameCube like
GameCube
NBA
was
Street
hard,
Volume
bro.
3 really made me respect
That
GameCube
shit was
because
hard.
they had
GameCube was
Mario
hard,
on there and they had their own court. And you know Nintendo owned the rights to Mario, so no other system had Mario for NBA Street
I
Volume
didn't
3.
even know Mario was on NBA Street.
NBA Street Volume 3 is, but it's only for GameCube.
I didn't know
You
that.
can't get Mario on Xbox and PlayStation. You can't get them because it's Nintendo rights. So, but Mario, them boys doing all the moves that all the other balls was doing. They had their own court. And NBA Street 3 was better because you could create your own court in any city.
I didn't know you can do none of that.
Me-
I don't even remember playing FIFA.
Me too.
Oh,
I
you
never
ain't
even
got
paid. Listen, I
See,
never
y'all-
played NBA Street Volume.
So you
2,
can't
bro.
really give an opinion on it until y'all play it.
By the time
I
2K
probably
was
did,
swinging through
yeah.
by that time,
Yeah, I've
like
been on that 2K shit.
yeah, Dreamcast. I had 2K2 with AI on the
I had all
cover.
the 2K.
Yo, how is 2K now? You can really legit create your own court and and people could come and play on.
I
it and
heard
shit.
this. I heard, man. I played 2020. 2020 ain't that good, man. My favorite
I
2K
played
was
it
like
like-
2012,
I bought it
2013.
The one with
Friday,
Jordan.
and I've been
The
playing
one with
it.
Kobe on the cover was my favorite.
Kobe and AI was some of the best ones.
Yeah, that's
But
2K2 was
2K7, as far as gameplay, that shit was.
talking about with Shaq on the cover.
No, 2K7 had.
I one had Shaq on it because Shaq was on 2 in a row. He was
Yeah.
on 2006 and 2007.
Nah, I'm telling you. No, it was 2K8. Chris Paul was on the cover. That was the
okay.
best one.
Man, I still remember the college basketball.
But
games.
then when
Them
they
shits were
introduced
hard,
Jordan
bruh.
with the old teams,
Yeah.
that was like for the crossing over into this decade.
Yeah, that was like 2K10 or 2K.
that was 11.
11.
2K10 was Kobe on the cover.
Yeah,
That was 2K.
that was my favorite.
11 was when they started crossing over with the new teams and all. But I haven't played 2K since 13, man.
Yeah.
But I know if I was to get on there and get online, I'm going to get mad. Because
Yeah,
niggas be on some whack shit. Like even getting on the blacktop, you playing pickup basketball and shit. But I hear you could create your own basketball court now and do all this other shit. So
It
I
don't
ain't
matter,
mad
man.
at
You
it.
have to spend some money on the game anyway. Like you got to power your people.
I wouldn't want a 99 overall player, though.
I mean, you gonna have to if you want to play with niggas.
Yo, I
Niggas
remember
ain't
back in the day we used to do that shit, bro. Create a 99
gonna
player.
99.
Hell yeah, I used to
That
always
was
do that
Jordan.
shit.
That was Jordan. Like when they had Jordan on live.
Yeah, I remember that.
Live
was the
2001 had Jordan on it, but you had to unlock him.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
beat him one-on-one on the basketball court.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
That's when Garnett was on the cover.
Yeah.
He was retired like 95 or 96 or something like that. He was player 99 on Sega.
Yo, he was never on none of the games back then, bro. And I never understood that shit. He was never on NBA Jam.
Yeah, he was
None
on
of them shit.
Yeah, he was on jams. I think you like on jams. I think you had to like unlock him too.
He was on.
But see, Jordan was a creative player for games back then. Because if you think about it, he would basically be like, how could you beat
Yeah.
him? How could you?
He was invincible.
He was
Yeah.
invincible. So it was just like, how could you have him on the game?
I think my favorite NBA Live would have to be the one with Jason Kidd on the cover and the
When
2K.
they first brought the freestyle.
Yeah,
2K
that was my.
NBA Live 05 is the best NBA Live.
Which one
game,
was that?
period. That's the one when they introduced a dunk contest.
No, I like
With
04.
Melo.
I think
Melo on the cover.
that was Melo on the cover.
04 was Vince Carter. Trust me.
Yeah, that was my
I know.
03 and 04 were my favorites.
04 and 05 was the best ones.
I gotta go 03 and 04 because Jason Kidd on 03 was ridiculous.
Been going crazy with the Nets on that one.
Word.
Dog.
Kerry
NBA
Kittles
Live
used to be in-
05
Van
with
Horn
Melo
was
on the
coming.
cover. You can go buy your sneakers. They had every Jordan lineup. The dunk contest was fire. Like the 3-point contest had got better. Like all that shit was fire on there, man. Like I don't know what 2K got going on now because I haven't played it. I don't know if they still have the dunk contest on there for All-Star Weekend and shit.
They probably
So,
do.
I don't know. But yeah, man. What we got next? Hey, man, get Selena Gomez out of here, man. She a white supremacist, bro.
Man, they trying to do everything to get young Roddy out of here, man.
This shit whack, bro. Like
Shit is,
this shit is deeper than that. I see what he doing, but I don't like it. I understand what he doing now.
He need to pop his shit,
Like
man.
he being petty. He being like, all right, we shoot you some bail. But I still don't like that shit. Don't get him with no
I
bro.
ain't shooting them crackers. No
Me
bail.
either. If I was Roddy, I'd pop my shit.
We can't have number one album. We can't have number one
Hell yeah,
song.
nigga.
It's just it's corny now. Like all the
Do this to get my album #1. Do this to get my album. Stream it with no on mute and let it play. Like get the fuck out of here, dog. If y'all niggas just coming up short at #1, like. And honestly, what's the big deal about having the #1 record? Because on iTunes and all this other shit, nigga have the #1 record for 2 hours and that shit just dropped. Like,
They talking about Billboard though. Like,
oh well, Billboard or anything like, bro, that shit it comes and goes. Like, I feel like in music nowadays, bro. To be honest with you, Roddy probably didn't even think he was even gonna be in this position.
No, he probably didn't.
So to him, it's
ride
like,
it.
I mean,
Ride
shit,
his
fuck
wave.
it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, nigga. I'm in here.
prices
Them
keep
niggas
going up.
word, but them they like they're trying like that's their MO, that's their shtick because they're pop stars.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Roddy, man. I'm a stream the box. I'm gonna stream that
I'm
bitch.
tired of that song.
You done burned down on it.
I'm burnt out on it because that's not even the best song on that project to me.
I like
man.
Boom Boom.
Boom Boom Room, Peter.
I'm not really a big fan of bruh music
I'm not
like
fan.
that.
I'm not
so-
a fan of Rod or Rod Wave, but I respect what he's doing with the boxing.
That's Drew Man's.
Yeah.
I can't really.
Rod
get with
Wave?
Rod
I can't really
I
get down
can't
with Rod
fuck
Wave.
with Rod
neither.
Wave, bro. I can't get with it.
Free
That
Lil
nigga
Yak,
nice, man.
Free Lil Kodak.
I just can't get with
Yeah,
Rob.
man, free Kodak for real, man. We need Kodak.
Bro, we need that Kodak energy, man. I'm tired of these young niggas and they all ass.
Man,
like,
they all trying to do some other shit, man.
Word,
Like,
we-
Hey, so I just seen this map that said that got every state's least favorite state. So South Carolina's least favorite state is Nebraska for some reason.
why?
Hates Nebraska. We hate Nebraska. And the states that hate South Carolina is
Of course, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Of course.
See, that's why I can't.
Yeah, that's a cool.
This whole Carolina Union shit
Yeah.
niggas trying to do. When I was growing up, I always thought that North Carolina niggas just did not fuck with us. And
New York hates New Jersey.
and I'm
not
right.
surprised.
Like,
Yes. Because, man, yo, when I was growing
we
up,
just too different, man.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought North Carolina was like the North. Like,
Word.
like they was when I've been to North Carolina a few times growing up, and I always thought it was like niggas up there was trying to be like New York niggas. Like,
because there's a bunch of New York niggas that live down there, though.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like Dipset, them boys used to be in North Carolina heavy.
Yeah.
Like, so like I used to be like, bro, like these niggas. These ain't no Southern
Niggas-
niggas. Like, who's these niggas, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like niggas.
And
like,
they would try to call us like super country and
like,
shit.
bro, like, what the fuck? Like, y'all niggas, man, y'all.
I can see
y'all
why New
facade
York.
niggas though. Like,
I can see why New York would
like,
hate Jersey.
You know, y'all putting on costumes. Like, y'all.
When I was living in New York, I always felt like New Jersey was like a watered down version of New York.
I actually like New Jersey.
I never been to New Jersey.
New Jersey cool, but it ain't New
I've
York.
been to New Jersey a couple times. I like New Jersey, bro.
I remember I sent Marcus Feel My Flow yesterday, and I was talking about you was asking girls, do you like me checkbox yes or no when this dropped.
Yeah.
He was like, that must be some New York shit because I don't know too much about that song.
we don't listen, we didn't li- we
Yo,
don't listen
Feel
to
My
that
Flow
shit
is
down here. though.
fire.
My flow.
Yeah, by Naughty by Nature.
Was we listening to that?
Y'all probably wasn't listening to that.
No.
y'all
What
probably
year did
wasn't.
that come out?
96, 97.
Nigga, I was listening to No Limit in 96 and 97.
Definitely listen to No Limit and shit like that. You know,
Nah.
shout out to them boys.
Shout out to
I
Naughty
fuck
by
with Naughty
Nature,
by
but shit, nigga, that shit wasn't no P or no Silk or no fucking, no Mac, no Fiend. That's what the shit we was listening to.
Bro, Mystical got off on that verse, bro.
Oh yeah, oh no.
He got off on that verse, bro.
Here I go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Mystical was tight, man.
No, not here. Not here. We go. It ain't my fault.
Oh, it ain't my fault. Yeah, he did.
They got off on that shit.
He did get off on the first
About
verse.
my meat and potatoes. Hey, man.
I might not drink Alizé, but I spoke you under the table.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
That man was getting all dog. When the boy put that shit
I can't
over,
really promote Mystical.
when the boy had put him over King of the Hill shit though, that shit was crazy.
Hey, man.
Nigga said I came in the club with my dick in my hand. Be
Be
cool.
Don't make me leave with my foot in your hand.
Yo,
Nigga,
why you
what?
strong arming the pussy, bro? Like, what the
And he
fuck?
really does though
Yeah.
in real life. Like,
niggas.
I can't get down.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't. You
get
can't
down.
go there. But niggas was wilding. Like when Ludacris said that shit on Stand Up. When you said, "How you not gonna fuck, bitch, on me?"
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was a
There's a lot of Me Too bars that
There's a
been.
lot of Me Too
A lot
like
of Me Too.
moments, man.
I used to say that shit loud, rapping back in 02, 03. How you not gonna fuck, bitch, on me?
bitch
I'm the
on-
goddamn
I'm
reason you in
I paid for the
VIP.
section. You don't give me no pussy, bitch. All right, look, I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
he's
Rio,
wild.
no, but Rich Homie Quan took it over the line.
What would she?
On the ooh. And nigga said 15 bitches in the house. I'm about to rape some. I was like, yo.
Oh
yo,
shit! I
cut
ain't
the
never heard
cameras,
that.
nigga. That nigga
he
tripping.
got a lot of flack for that. 'cause
He was
that,
like-
that was right after the You Ain't Know It shit, like with Rick Ross.
He was
That was
tripping
right
with that
after that.
line, bro. He was tripping.
Man, I remember Ross lost his Reebok contract because of that.
And he signed his ass right back.
Yeah, they gave him right back. I remember
Shout
that.
out to Ross, man.
Nigga said Reebok, just do it, nigga.
Word. Speaking of Ross, I was listening to the audio version of his book Hurricanes, man. That shit is really dope.
Yeah, I remember you
It's
saying
on,
about
it's on
that.
iTunes.
Nah, my girl, she got the little Audible,
I'm gonna check the
free
iTunes
book
'cause,
junk. I mean, little Audible book, and so
Yeah.
she let me use it, and so I was listening to it. Bro, I did not know that one of the reasons he was beefing with T.I. in the beginning of his career is because you remember that song "Doing My Job."
Yeah.
He had that beat first. And then Kanye ended up giving it to T.I. because, Ross, he had a lot of shit going on before he ended up, getting to where he was at. So musically, he wasn't all the
He
way
had
there.
a situation with Def Jam first, right?
No, he had one with Tony Draper in Suave House.
Yeah.
And then and then after that was done, he it was like he kept getting kind of like passed around to different people. So first he was with Draper. Draper would put him around niggas like Eric Sermon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then
he did a lot of shit with Eric Sermon.
then
back
after that, then he went and he he went back with Slip and Slide, but he was beefing with Slip and Slide at one point because it was like shelving him. He was writing a bunch of music for them boy and shit like that, but they wasn't really giving him no props. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons that he was beefing with T.I. because he was still like, he was holding in a lot of shit because he felt like niggas was like really shitting on him when he knew that he had was dope. But they was shitting on him, and they wasn't really giving him that shot because it wasn't the traditional Miami-based music, Trick Daddy.
That nigga was bigger than that.
That's what he was saying. Like, yo, I'm bigger than that. And another beat that he had is this man had the Styles P I Get High beat.
Who had that beat first?
Rick Ross had that beat first. He had that beat
better
first.
than Styles.
01 Ross. I don't know. I haven't heard it, so I can't say. But I know 01 Ross.
That's what I'm saying, yo. That shit would have been nasty, bruh. That shit would have been nasty.
No, but Styles does stick on that.
Yeah,
song.
of course.
Because that beat is like you got to kind of like.
But Ross would have.
I don't know.
Ross would have did that. Though. Ross would have ate that.
So Ross can't eat
And bro, like in the same way he was rapping like back then is like basically it was like the same. Like he said, it was the same way he was rapping now. Like he was always rapping about some luxurious.
I heard a few of his like demos from back then. Like bro, been on that type of shit.
Yeah,
like,
he been on that type of time. He been, but they wanted the Miami-based Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
You know that nigga said straight up, man. I don't make my music is not for niggas who smoke boom. Like you know what I'm saying? Like my music ain't for that. My music's for niggas who trying to get that new Benz and trying to get that new Beamer. You know. So shout out to Ross, man. I really enjoyed that book, man.
I'm gonna check that out, man.
I'm gonna check it. Let me see if iTunes got that shit because they had the J Prince book on there.
I gotta check that one out next.
That shit hard. J Prince book hard.
Check that one out.
J Prince is like a walking legend for real. I mean, we've been new to this.
Yeah.
Like hearing him talk about like where he like really came from, like from ground zero, like losing his sister, and like losing his mom, taking care of people and shit like that, and having his first kids and shit like that, beating the feds in the 80s.
Damn.
Like, bro, really like a legend, dog. Like,
because his brother caught a charge, didn't he?
His brother caught a charge. His sister got ran over by a train when they was kids. God. And then like that shit fucked up a lot of shit in his house. Then he lost his mom. He was taking care of his mom until she passed. Then like when he first started the record label and shit like that, everything went down with the feds and shit like that. Like he had to beat them boys back, like I said, like in the 80s and shit like that. Like he been anti like fuck the feds, bro. Like he been on that shit. Like so that's why like when all that shit was going on last year when he was talking about whoever got my name on these X pills and shit, like they need to report now because I don't fuck with none of that shit.
Yeah. I remember he was talking about that. That shit not cool.
Fuck with none of that shit. Like
one thing I will say about that Ross book is a lot of like the names that you hear in his raps and like the shit, like I can tell all that shit was real. Like all like the people he was naming and like I done seen a couple of these like Miami documentaries with like the big Miami gangsters like the Boobie Williams and all the shit like that. Yeah, dog, like all that shit matches up. And then I remember that old Snapchat where he had all his old photos. Like bro, I was like, bro, like yeah, this nigga ain't lying. Like this nigga ain't lying. Like they had this man papers in the they had this man name and papers, but all they had was like they knew him as Will, aka Fat Boy, and that was it.
That's the dude that he got on his chain on
that's Black Bo. He was in he was in the book. He was talking about his homeboy who he knew since he was real young named Jabbar, and how his pops was a big
I remember him rapping about Jabbar.
Yeah, and how his pops was a big drug dealer in Miami, and then he eventually put them on and had them boy moving work. Ross was like, nigga, I was going everywhere from fucking Jacksonville, fucking Atlanta, fucking North Carolina. I was going to Kentucky. Yes, I was going to Kentucky. Like he like bro, his homeboy pop put them boy on the road. And had them niggas working like that, bro.
So that had to been like, what, 93, 94?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that man said
he been talking about all this shit, though.
Yeah, like, and then he talked about the correctional shit. Like, this when he was breaking it down, like, all the shit makes sense because he said when he first got out, he needed to go get a job. A lot of his homeboys were in the jail system, so he figured that would be a way for him to go make plays while he's within the system. Mm-hmm. But what ended up happening was, because he was only at the job for like 6 to 8 months, he was like, what happened was when he got there, they knew that he knew the people in the jail. So, because the unit he was in was for like the old people who were in the jail, like the old folks who were like, like about to make their transition and all the other shit. So, he was trying to get over to the main side where all his homeboys is
They was
at.
like, nah,
And they said, nah, and that's when he just quit.
Hey, nah, nigga.
So, like, it makes sense. Like,
we know where your heart's at.
Yeah, and basically that's the only. And he said that was the only reason. He said he fucked up is because he denied it at first. He said he should have just came out with.
That was my only thing with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like if you did this shit, then just say you did this shit. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because he was denying it.
Yeah, that was my only thing.
It.
Like, don't
Yeah.
lie to us about this shit. Like, you know, like like we understand like how the shit came out, you know, but still, like, come on, bro. That was my
I'm
only
gonna check that out. I'm gonna check.
Man, it's a really good book though, man. I advise anybody to go read that one. That Gucci Man book's really good too. They're actually turning that into a movie.
Yeah,
I wonder who
that
gonna play
Gucci
him.
look cool, but he tried to make Jeezy sound like a sucker in that shit when he first met him, and
Yeah, Jeezy wasn't on no sucker shit, dog. Jeezy was not on no sucker shit.
Like, I remember
It was just Clash of the Titans, man.
But,
No,
That's how I look at
but
it.
this was before they even like was really on. This was before. I don't even think Jeezy had So Icy out yet when he
like,
first
them
met
boys
him.
Met, like, in the street.
He was still in
Yeah.
Colombia at that time.
Them boys.
Nah, he was in Macon.
This is BMF Jeezy.
Yeah, this
like,
BMF Jeezy. This like when he was going back
What
and
year
forth
did he
between
come from Colombia? Because he was in Colombia.
when he was little.
Yeah.
He was in Hawkinsville, and then he went to Macon, Georgia. Then he went to Atlanta, and it was a lot of times he was going back and forth between Macon and Atlanta.
I thought he
doing
was
this
still
thing.
going back from Colombia too, when he was an adult. I could be wrong though.
Well, he might have. You never know. He might
Yeah,
have.
a lot of niggas do fuck with Colombia.
Yeah, a lot of
so,
niggas
like,
fuck with
you know,
Colombia, man.
You know, it is what it is at the end of the day, man.
Shit, Buddy used to run through fucking Colombia when he jump started his career.
Who?
Yeah, a lot of niggas.
Buddy.
But oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know there was a hub like that for artists at that time, like to just go and do interviews and shit like
Yeah,
that.
because it's right there, like Columbia, right by Atlanta and Augusta, and like those, like
And Charlotte.
Charlotte, that's right there. Like those are like, they kind of look at that as like the southern hubs, kind of like it's just you hit that, you hit Columbia, you don't gotta go nowhere as far as major radio else in South Carolina because you kind of
Covered your ground.
covers your ground, which is unfortunate because you know Charleston. This
And I
really,
think Charlamagne was in Colombia at that time too.
Yeah.
Nah, Charlamagne was still here in 2001, bro.
Nah, he was up there because he interviewed Buddy when he was up there.
Oh, for real? Bro, I remember listening to Charlamagne. That
He was down here, but he was in
like,
Yeah, me
Colombia
too.
too.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was in Colombia.
the you're a
He was like,
baboon
he
key,
was
baboon
98.9,
key. Yeah.
bro. Like I remember that. Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna say what? Hey man,
Time flies, boy.
time do fly. I remember like listening to Charlamagne, like crying, laughing, like this nigga is going crazy.
I
like,
remember when that nigga got fired from that Philly radio station when he be talking about that shit because of that Beanie Siegel shit.
Yeah.
What he do to Beanie Siegel?
Nah, so he had the Beanie interview and it basically like was he talking about that whole shit.
Oh yeah.
So you know it's this myth about how Hov was the one who got him fired for Philly radio and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was just crazy. I remember that was 08, 09. Because then he got Breakfast Club started like 2010, I want to say.
It was like
Because he was
09.
unemployed for a minute.
It was like 09.
Because he said he I remember he said he ended up coming back down here to stay with his mom. He was on unemployment, and then that's when he got the call. He got the call to go do Breakfast Club. Yeah, I remember that Beanie Siegel shit. That shit was wild. I can't believe that was 08.
Can that really be a myth though? Because he did get fired like immediately after that happened.
I mean, I don't know.
Like that's crazy, bro. Like
It might
I mean,
happen.
it is what it is.
Hov got his ear to the streets and everything. I'll never say he
Yeah,
don't
he do.
got his ear to the streets, but to say he got him fired, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember when Fun Flex. What was that shit happened when Fun Flex was saying Hov texted him?
Yeah.
So- oh, he
Hov
said,
called
"This
me.
is Hov."
Yeah. Hov.
Hov is not texting you. This is
Hey.
Hov. Come on, man.
Hey, that's just hilarious, bro. Like this is Hov. Like
This
why,
is Hov.
Why would he do that?
And nigga said, "No, I'm not calling you. No, I'm not texting you back." Like Flex, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Flex be wildin', dog. He too old for this shit now. For his antics
Man,
at
big
his
dog
age.
pit bulls, man.
The lugs.
Big-
That man definitely put on for lugs, bro.
Yo, the
him
lugs.
and Birdman.
Him
they
and
been holding
Birdman,
lugs
bro.
down for a very long time, bro.
My man be Atchis all white Air Force Ones, man. I'm not even gonna play, even though Birdman did have the lugs. You know, he had the hardest lugs. His lugs was like
his
some
lugs,
Gucci.
his lugs did look kind of like some
Some
but
Gucci
they
shoes.
lugs at the end of the day. So like,
They basically like with some knockoff Gucci shoes with the bird in the
they
middle.
I can say personally, I'm not a big fan of Air Force One, but I don't like how the white Air Force One is becoming a staple now. I seen a lot of celebs and a lot of certain people like they making the Air Force One like the staple in their outfit now, and just kind of like shitting on the black Air Force One, and that shit is corny to me. Like everybody just got a clean white pair of Air Force now, but it's kind of y'all get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's becoming like a fashion statement now with the Air Force
I
One.
can't
It's
really
like,
say
bro,
that
like
it's a stable. It's always
It's
been
been
a
always
staple.
been staple.
that's why I'm saying
My
it.
thing is, it's like the whole like wearing them like till they cooked, like that thing. Like,
Oh, I haven't been seeing that.
I see that.
I'm seeing pictures like they fresh and all that, but it's like social. All right, so like Instagram, like it wasn't a wave of people making the Air Force One like a thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Everybody's
Like now it
Jordans.
seems like it's like a thing to rock the white
I
Air
gotta
Force
get
One.
these,
Yeah, I got-
like,
You see what I'm saying?
They trying to put hype around it.
But man, I still remember y'all niggas who was talking shit about Air Force Ones. I remember I was going to Virginia in 09, 010, 011. Oh, you still wear Air Force Ones? You some
They were
country
saying that
niggas.
2010, 11.
Yeah, you
Niggas
still
was
wear
saying
Air
that's
Force
what the-
One?
niggas
You a
said that's
country
what the-
nigga?
Yeah, like what the
Like-
niggas around here and all like, hey, y'all niggas still wear Willie D's? Like what?
The fuck?
The fuck is we talking about, nigga?
Niggas screaming that shit and they wearing Samoas. I remember you niggas coming in
Yeah,
fucking
y'all niggas-
Decibel
Where
getting
did that name
Samoas.
come from?
Motherfucker.
Willie Dynamite. Willie D. Willie Dynamite.
Who was he?
Willie Dynamite. Dynamite.
Oh, so that's why they call it Air Force One. That
I mean, that's what somebody told me recently.
You gotta get the origin.
At
You
one
gotta
point,
get the-
at one point,
I don't know
thought-
the origin. That's why I'm
I thought
asking.
it was Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. And then he even was like I never even wore those shoes, so I can't really say it was me. And I heard a lot of niggas from Houston say like we never really called them. Shit.
Yeah, because that time from 03 to like 09, niggas was like, give me a pair of Wills.
need some Wills,
I need some
nigga.
Willie D's.
And
I need
those were
Willie
some of the
D's.
greatest Air Force Ones that were
Those-
coming out around that time.
leather back then.
Woo! I
Yeah,
will
the
say,
shape
though,
now is a little.
They fell off 07.
When she one came out, 06,
Yeah.
that shit was fire. I can't lie.
Man, I remember being on my. I remember when I bought like
I don't know how he balled in them bitches.
I don't know.
Easy.
Because when we were younger, the kids around my age were balling the Air Force Ones mid tops. Like that was
the shoe.
That was the shoe to play basketball in. They was playing mid top.
Bruh.
You know what?
Mid-tops.
Let me ask you this because my boy Greg talked about this on Sneak This podcast. Beyonce's line, Ivy Park. Do y'all feel like she should have had her own shoe with Adidas like Kanye, or did
Who
she?
gonna design a Beyonce shoe? Her?
No man. I mean, I don't know. She probably could. I don't know.
I mean, I never really known her, and I'm not dissing Beyonce when I say this. I've never known her to really be in sneaker culture to design a sneaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If she do, that more power to her. But I've never known her to do that.
Them
I'm
Ultra
pretty
Boosts
sure-
was fire though. I ain't
I'm
gonna
pretty
lie.
sure she if she wanted to, she could. But I mean, I'm pretty sure we would have seen that when this first dropped.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real with you, just on some petty shit. Like who's the main nigga at Adidas?
That's
Kanye.
Kanye building, bro.
Thank you. In the story. In
What
the
you trying
story.
to say? He wouldn't. Come on, man.
Nah,
Nah,
I
I
don't
don't
think
believe
he had
that.
Nah,
nothing
he
to do
didn't.
with
Anyway, I'm just fucking. I'm just
Like
saying
if
that's
she
what
want
it
to
is.
put
I'm
on
just
shoe, you
fucking
saying
with
like
you.
he wouldn't let that shit ride?
No, not like that.
He
I'm just
probably-
saying.
he probably would
He
help
probably
her.
he probably would help her. I'm
Probably
just
try to help her,
yeah. I'm
but-
just saying like like but
I know that was a discuss. I just want
That
to
gotta
ask you. You
happen.
think she was it her instead of just doing like a Travis Scott thing, just taking or should she have done her own sneaker? Like I thought this shit was dope in my
I
opinion.
think for her, it rock either way.
yeah. I like the apparel stuff. I like the
Yeah, that
clothes.
shit-
My girl
Yeah,
got the
that's dope
boost and
For
she
the
got some of
girls,
the
like, that's
apparel.
some fly
You said what?
shit.
So my girl ended up getting the boost and the apparel.
Yeah.
She
Like,
got lucky
that's what I'm
too.
saying, like, for the
Yeah,
girls,
because them
that's
shit
fly
sold out. My
I'm
gal was
saying,
trying to
though,
get
See what
some
she
shit.
did
Them shit
was
sold
she
out.
part of like the Beehive shit or
Yeah.
whatever.
They
So
got
they
the
gave
first notification.
she gave her
Oh, damn.
she was able to get the 30-minute window for early access on
I'll
Friday.
say this, though. It was funny seeing girls complain about sold out sneakers. And
Oh
Yes.
yes, you know what I was telling her
Why
because she was
no more? No,
Because
that's
she
not
was
how
yes,
this
Zorg,
works.
yes.
That's not how this works.
'Cause
Now you
I
gotta
was-
go take your ass to StockX, take your ass to GOAT, get your ass to Flight Club. You gotta get your ass to
I
them
told her
fucking
she
resale
texted
now.
me Friday like, man, this shit still. I said, you about to experience what I experienced with Travis Scott once, bro. Like I'm telling you.
Yeah, you about
But when
to
she
feel
ended up
that.
getting them, I was happy for her because, like, but I didn't know she had a 30-minute window till yesterday. She told me because originally she told me it was releasing on Saturday, but she got the 30-minute email notification for the. On Friday, and she was able because her friends didn't get it. They was shitting. She told me one girl went to the Adidas store. She waited for 3 hours, sold out. I was like, "Yep." I was like, "Y'all."
Yep. Nah,
Now
hey,
you
feel the
understand.
pain.
I got on
Y'all
GOAT. I got on GOAT and told her. I said, "Hey, they going for this right now." She's like, "How are they already on GOAT?" Because I was like, "See the pairs,
Hey,
see the
back
pairs."
door, back door.
Y'all about to see
Yo,
it,
y'all
dog.
get the one-on-one now.
Hey, now y'all know what time it is, man.
This
Like,
ain't gonna be the first time Beyonce released some sneakers
this
either. It's gonna be another
I
one.
remember this kind of it low key happened when they was hyping over the Rihanna.
Yeah, the
shoes,
Rihanna shoes,
but
yeah.
it wasn't on this level because Rihanna shoes. I mean, it's cool enough, but she ain't got that star power. Was like I gotta have the Rihanna sneakers, but they were selling out places. This Beyonce shit,
Because-
it's gonna show a lot of y'all about this sneaker culture and like the releases and how this shit go. And welcome to the party. That's all I can say.
For real. Because, hey, I think with the apparel, I think that made the shit probably sell out even quicker. Because I know females.
shit was
Yeah,
affordable,
about to
too.
say females are copying they're copying the clothes and they're copying the
copying everything,
shoes.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
What you were
Word.
saying about how you felt Beyonce should have did instead of giving the packages to the celebs, she should have did something else.
I think she should have did like some shit where she picked like fans and shit and send it out. I say this when everybody do this shit though. Like,
okay.
Like when Nike like be giving all these celebrities like these seated pairs and shit like that. Like I think that shit kind of corny, bro.
Oh,
like,
just do like a raffle for a fan
like,
base.
just do
That
like,
would be dope.
That shit like like
That would have been dope for her to send that box to like a fan who probably
Yeah, who
that would have
didn't
been
know,
dope.
yeah, that would've been
that shit
tight.
dope.
That
Like,
would've
shit like
been
that
dope.
is dope. But I'm not though. When I tweeted that, I didn't just limit it to Beyonce because I know how this shit can go. I say this every time when niggas get these seated pairs and they try to act like they sat in line for these shit. Like, bitch, you opened your mail and got that shit today. Like
Reese Witherspoon got the layout. Who else got it?
Reese got
Lizzo,
it, the girl
Janelle
from,
Monáe.
the girl from Blackish got it. Who else? A few celebs
Yeah.
got it. A
Must
few
be
of them got
nice.
it. Some of her dancers got it, but like I mean, y'all are dancers.
Travis Scott gave Paul
The
Pierce and
Baby got
Scottie
it.
Pippen his sneakers yesterday.
What happened?
Travis Scott gave a pair of Travis Scott ones to Scotty and Paul Pierce yesterday before the
that's what's
game.
Mhm.
That's what's up.
Nike family. That's
Hey,
all
that's
Nike.
what's up, man. Put some respect.
I still want them fours, the purple ones. Dumb bitches hard. That's the best Travis Scott sneaker. That's the best. No, I lied. To 6. No, that 4 is kind of heavy, man. That 4 is fire.
That 4 is fire.
That 4 is
All them shit
fire.
hard, man.
Yeah.
All them
He's
shit
probably got the best ones out of all the celebrities who got sneakers. I say he's
A
probably
Jordan collab?
Yeah,
probably-
yeah.
He probably got the best Jordan
probably got
collab.
the
Yeah,
best
line.
one.
Yeah, he probably
I
do.
think like overall, like his sneaker collabs overall hold a lot of weight. Like they not
Cause Drake's
not
shit
whack.
kind of whack, man.
They're not whack
Yeah.
shoes. Like even from his forces up to the ones and the
all
sixes
Drake
and
shit
the
is be the
fours.
same color, bro. It's all a flip off like
His
black
shit
and
whack.
gold or white gold and white or
Like that Travis Scott 6 is so fire, dog. I think it's better than the 1, but I wouldn't be mad if the nigga said the 1. I don't like the low 1 though.
me either.
That
I don't like the
hard
little
too.
one.
I don't like
them
them.
shit
I don't
too.
like the little ones.
Dog, that shit had me fucked up. That shit had me questioning my goddamn card, man. But when I was on Twitter, it was like, dog, everybody was showing the same like card
Couldn't get that
information.
shit.
I was like, bro, I know I got the funds on this bitch. So what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man. Good luck with that. And,
Box.
and you see they doing they got a Union 4 coming out this year. Good luck with that.
I hope they don't kill that shit, man.
Good luck. I mean, but that was 2 years
Because
ago.
I don't want them to ruin
They
the
doing
union.
it too
That
much.
Union 1 is fire.
I mean,
And I don't want them to take another Union collab and fuck the shit up.
I mean, but the first one fire.
Kind of
so
like
I
with the
can't-
South Beach run.
But that South Beach,
But
that's
people were using those colors and like
on
all
everything.
on
They was
everything.
putting South Beach on Roshis and all,
Yeah.
bro. Like, come on.
They was taking pink strings and putting them in the phone posit and calling them South Beach phones.
Yeah,
like, no, nigga, that's not
now
what it
we
is.
running out now.
Yeah.
Like, we running out.
They did it for the King Griffey too, though.
Yeah, we're running out now. They was putting that shit on all kinds
Everything.
of shoes. Like,
Certain colorways should just be for one sneaker because you can really. It's like fucking up a hit.
I gotta see how these fours come out. And I am
Well,
gonna
yeah,
try
but
to
that
get-
Union 1 is fire. The blue one is the best one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if I got either colorway now.
Yeah, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that though. My dog hit me with the screenshot.
That's my old job, faulty ass Wi-Fi. Yeah. Not even gonna. I don't reflect on L's. We just gonna move forward.
Yeah, I
man.
feel you.
But
But it's gonna be this. I think it's gonna be a crazy year for releases though. It's gonna be some dope shit coming.
Yeah,
out.
I'm already.
DMP6 about to drop.
Yeah, the green and white four is coming out.
Black Cats.
Yeah, Black Cats is on the list.
All kind of shit coming out, man. Them reverse breads is trash.
Ass, yeah.
It's all kind of shit.
But they trying to hype it up, saying those are the ones he wore.
23,000 pairs. Me like.
Oh, they dropping the women's Air Jordan. They weak for that too. Just calling it women's Air Jordan.
Talking about
The one that looked like a 13.
Those Sarah Swoops. But once she,
Yo, on the low, if you look back at the WNBA women's sneakers back then, they have some tough sneakers.
yeah, they did.
They have
The
some
women's
tough
line in
signature
general,
sneakers.
as far as like Jordan line and shit like that, they had some of the better colorways at a certain time.
They were different.
The 5s, the
Them
citrus,
sevens.
Yeah,
the 12, the light blue one,
yeah.
Those white, black and white sevens.
the snake skin.
The what else, man? What else? Those purple sevens.
Yeah,
the
about to
Flint
say the
sevens.
yeah.
Yeah, they had some dope lines, man.
It was okay. Them I saw that nigga made in Tokyo brown, them brown and pink low top 8.
Yeah, them nasty, yeah.
Them nigga went in the fucking
Vault.
Yeah.
This nigga went in the vault for those. I remember those was like $20 when I was working at Foot Locker, bro.
Right.
Like, I swear to God, dog.
Man, I remember when I was younger and I went into there used to be this store in fucking in Citadel Mall. I don't know if you remember it. It was like a sports store and then at the back R&M, bro. I remember I found a pair of cement threes in R&M for 70 beans, bro.
That's where I got my Royal Ones. Like
Right.
after they came out, I remember looking through them. So I was like, oh shit. Let me
Talking
get
about
these.
silver box
Yeah.
car. I was like, yo, this is like I didn't even get them shit. No, wasn't even my size, bro. Them shit was a 7. I wore a 9. Couldn't even get them shit.
That's how life goes sometimes.
Word,
Yeah, it'd be
Hey
like
man,
that.
but moving on, man. Did we talk about Power already?
Nah,
Y'all want to talk about this shit?
Ghost really dead, man. Ghost really dead. The last episode was probably was good. It was a bounce back from the previous two because I don't know who they thought give a fuck about Paz. And, like
Yeah.
nobody gives a fuck about her. Like get that shit out of here.
I don't want to watch this shit no more, honestly.
I just want to wait till the last episode.
But shout out Lisa Marie, man. She held it down. That girl went through all that shit and still had some type of understanding. But on top of that, she found out her dad did kill her mom, so that might have played some factor in it too.
She just she was forced to grow up like,
I think she washed her hands with it, to be honest with you.
yeah, like this is like, all right, like all this shit happening, like it is what
I think she understood why Tommy did what he did. I think that's why she finally gave him like the recording and and all that other shit. But Tariq is such a hoe, man. Like this shit I'm ready for this shit to see how it ends. And 50 already know you nigga you gonna skip next week to try to hype up the season finale. Like what?
Hold on, next week is it?
No, this Saturday it's 2 episodes
I was about to
left.
say because this one,
So this one's gonna come up, but the next Sunday is Super Bowl weekend. So I'm just thinking he probably ain't gonna release it on Super Bowl Sunday. So yeah, we'll see. But this show it bounced back, man. I'm just ready to see who did this shit, man. Like
Seems like all the good shows are gonna come back in the summertime.
ATL is wildin', bro. These niggas ain't coming back till 2021,
Honestly,
dog.
niggas not even gonna care about that shit no more.
What?
Nah, I'm definitely
Atlanta?
caring.
Atlanta, no, that shit's supposed to come out 2 years for 2 years now.
Season 2 was what? 2017,
Yeah,
18?
2018, like beginning of
Niggas
2018.
wildin'.
Shit,
Niggas
Insecure
wildin'.
coming back on in April.
Yeah, April. Yeah.
Oh, good
What show?
Insecure. Can't wait. To
I already
see
see
that
how
one.
my dog Lawrence bounced back, man. Because
Lawrence-
he left
Lawrence
off.
been-
He had a
Lawrence-
date. He
Lawrence
was going
been
on a
bouncing-
date.
Lawrence been bouncing back, so
Yeah.
now I guess they're gonna try to equal the playing field. Issa out here fucking random niggas at Coachella and shit. Like, that's. I guess that's how you carry on hot girl summer. I guess.
That show is fire though. I, ain't
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
the shit
I fuck
fire,
with
but
that
I
shit.
mean, we gonna always play the dynamics. So
Yeah.
I'm a nigga.
My dog
so.
did get his rocks off after when he left that Best Buy shirt in that goddamn in the closet.
Season 1 at the end
Yeah.
of season 1.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
No more say that was a real sex scene. That's what I'm hearing.
shit. More power to him. That's all I can say.
Dog, I didn't know she had a child with dog from that show too.
Yeah,
man.
she had a child for the
the
light
light
skinned
skinned
nigga.
They got a child together. They got a little girl.
The light skinned nigga. Which one?
The one,
Drew.
the one Molly was fucking with.
The one Molly was fucking with.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do have a child. Yeah, you right.
I ain't got no churn. What y'all talking about?
Drew, we saw your son on the TL the other day, bro.
Who's
Little man
my
with the
son?
guitar.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Little man, that
Damn, Drew, you giving up on the TL now?
Nah, he capping, bro. It's a
that
little.
nigga do look. I was like, bro, this gotta be Drew, little man. Whenever he have one, bro, like, little man been feeling that reggae song,
Nah, for
bro.
real. He's a huge Bob Marley fan. But I mean, he's been doing that literally since he was like 1 year old.
For real?
Yeah. He's been around for a
I've
while.
been feeling that shit, bro. Like, I'm looking at this like, dog.
The day Drew get out the game is gonna be it's gonna be a cosmic shift in the universe.
Why you throwing him under the bus like that, dog?
What game are you talking about, Mike?
I'm saying, man, the last time we had this conversation on the podcast, you was like, yeah, I know what type of shit I'm on now.
Yeah,
Shorty, so
100%.
if you ain't on this shit, I was like, damn, Drew. Like, you really on this type time now?
Oh,
Sound like
God.
a man who's not ready to put his jersey in
Yo,
the
I
Raptors
asked my
head.
niggas. I asked my niggas the other day. It's like, hey, bro, like, shit really bad out here, or just some social media shit?
nasty out here.
He was like, no, bro, it's nasty.
Yeah,
out here.
from what I've heard from that shit that you showed me,
that
dog. What? I was like, dog.
God
What the fuck?
Nah, it's nasty.
Yeah,
out
it's
here,
sick
man.
out here from what I've seen in the single world.
But you know, this is my opinion. I don't think it's any worse than what it was back in the day. I think it's just more exposure now. I think
I
these
don't know,
women
man.
and dudes out here been
No,
moving
bruh,
like that.
like, I don't-
Think about it. I want you to think about it. Just think about this. I don't think it's any worse now because back then you can get away with a lot more shit. Versus
all
now.
right.
I-
So,
I'll
in
give you that.
which views are we, or which ways are we going by? Just the dynamic of
So all
a
the
man
stories
talking
that I'm
to
hearing-
a woman, or is it the
Both.
dynamic of
So like
okay.
the shit that you sent me,
Yeah.
the shit that I sent you,
Yeah.
I think was going on in the 90s and 80s too. Because you could get away with a lot more shit back then.
It probably but I honestly feel like I think with social media, I think that's the thing that kind of really heightens everything up and kind of boosts everything.
There's more exposure to
yeah,
certain
but,
stories.
but also with social media, I feel like it tempts people to actually like
It persuades.
it persuades niggas to
and
go
try to do shit.
Yeah, to
that
try
you
to
wouldn't
do shit and go farther than
because
you
they
probably
they
wouldn't
think
do.
it's acceptable because they see. Oh, he got away with this. Let me see.
Or
if I
she,
can top
or
this.
yeah, or if she did this, then maybe I can do that too. And it's like, bruh, like at the end, it just,
it's copycat culture.
Yeah.
Oh, these new era of niggas like 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, when they get about 19, 20, with their moms being on OnlyFans, that's the only thing I'm saying
Yo.
that's different now.
Woo!
Because this shit is wild.
But that lady was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
one of my son's fans, one of my son's
Because her son 18,
friends on
19.
my
well, fans, yeah.
Because her first son was like 18.
But Mo would tell you, we was talking about this 2014, 15.
like
with,
Kanki's son,
he gonna be
Oh,
a
he's
great
gonna go
fighter.
through it. He's gonna go through it.
Yeah.
Black Tiger and Black China little boy.
You're going through it.
They gonna
Learn how to
through
fight
it.
early.
They gonna catch some jokes in school, bruh.
Yeah.
They gonna catch them. And it's like when we was coming up, we didn't have that shit. Like your mama might been like,
Maybe a
A
stripper.
stripper
or
or
something.
something,
was a
but
stripper or a call girl or
Yeah.
something.
but the
like,
OnlyFans shit is a whole
OnlyFans
nother
shit,
level.
though?
Like
dog.
yo, you like dog. Like it's literally like a nigga could really see your mama like fingering herself in the car with a dildo.
Going through
Like
the car wash.
like imagine B Nasty's kids, fam.
Yo, did your
Woo!
after this? Did your mom pick your
Imagine a nigga just sitting. Imagine a nigga just sitting in class. Right?
Is that your car seat back there?
Imagine a nigga you just in the class chilling, nigga cracking your mama jokes and nigga laughing like.
Nigga, hold on. Pause on the teacher, hold on. Nigga, I know you laughing. You laughing? I know you.
Hey yo, the way you move the mouth.
Hold on. Let's get this phone out right now. Really want to go there, nigga?
Hey, pass that login, nigga.
Hey yo, it's horrible.
Let me get
bro.
that login, nigga.
Look, I know you ain't tripping.
Damn,
Spot a nigga in the cut laughing like.
I know this nigga like tuh. I know this nigga ain't
Well, you
laughing.
gotta stuff a nigga in a locker after some shit like that, bro.
Yo,
Like,
that is that.
They already got the memes rolled up. Remember they had the dude head push it to the locker like, yeah, tell your mama to
update her OnlyFans.
it's for 4 days, nigga. Why you got her so busy?
We need new content.
I feel bad for them because
my
it's coming.
God, that's
It's gonna be nasty for them. But it's like, how do you explain that to your son?
Hey man,
Yo, I don't even know where to start, dog.
You can't.
Where
You can explain the stripper shit better than I'm not. It's nothing wrong with the strippers. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But they can at least explain they shit better than the OnlyFans shit.
Like, damn, mama, you really just sit in front of a computer all day
Like they going
with
to
your
car
pussy,
washes fingering themselves.
with your
man.
pussy out.
This girl was eating. That same girl.
Yeah.
She got an Instagram video of her just eating sushi off of herself naked, like in the park in the open. Like these hoes who be going to the grocery store, be butt ass naked. Like,
Yeah.
why little man at school though?
Yes.
Like, that's crazy.
But let's keep it about. Are they not sex? Is that not sex offender shit?
No, yeah, that
Definitely.
probably, like when them girls be like showing like
In the park?
putting their pants on
So
at Walmart,
Walmart,
and shit
yeah.
like that shit corny. Like that was a nigga, he'd be in jail like immediately. Like I don't know how these women getting passes for this shit, but that shit is weird, bro. Like,
That's
that
sexual
shit is
offender
weird.
like activity, bro. Like
That's,
you wildin'.
That's weird.
They had the one girl in the park now. In the park, kids running around out there like giving it up on the OnlyFans. Like, you
that
wildin'.
That shit weird as hell. Like,
But yo, but them
niggas
bitches
who
be
watching
posting
that
they-
shit weird too. Like,
But dog, they be posting their statements and shit. They bank statements.
oh, they getting racks.
Them boy getting
Yeah,
it
yeah,
in.
they
Like,
getting
niggas is paying for
A
that.
girl,
shit.
this one girl said she get about 12, 13 a month. One girl said she get about 25.
This girl's making 40 a month though.
Yeah. Let me trip y'all out. So there's this dude that buys the girls' OnlyFans,
And he posts
records,
them.
He sells.
he sells them,
Yeah.
and all these girls are livid
Yeah.
because he's making.
He making
but
bank.
he's
Like
making
he'll
bank,
buy.
but
he's
He'll
paying
buy
them, though.
He'll
He's
buy,
still paying them
He's
though.
like he's subleasing these girls' OnlyFans.
So he's basically the third party of the porn
like,
world.
like he'll buy them and then he'll like put them all into like a little content stream and you have to pay him a month to access all their content.
But they
you're
can't get mad because
you're
he's
not
paying them monthly.
You're
Yeah.
not buying their OnlyFans. You're just paying him for access
Actually,
to
all their
to like
shit.
hundreds of girls.
Hundreds of
OnlyFans.
They
different
can't even
women.
take him to court for that.
They can't
Nah, 'cause
because
he's paying for it.
he's legally buying
Yes.
monthly
I'm
subscriptions.
buying. And
Yeah.
he can prove that I'm buying y'all shit. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's not.
And
like,
without, I mean, shit, iPhones come with the damn screen recorder now, and you can crop videos off your phone.
hey,
So-
why I ain't thinking that, bro?
it's genius,
That's pimping without pimping.
1000%.
But they haven't. Certain apps will not allow you to even screenshot on the apps or screen record. So if you got like, I got like Hulu Live TV, so I try to like screenshot a score, blacked it. But I remember when I had AT&T app, when I was watching live TV, I try to screenshot some shit, won't do it. So if you ever try to screenshot certain shit on certain apps, like live TV apps or something,
Yeah.
that shit will, when you screenshot it, it'll be black.
Damn.
That's why I use the free movie channel for everything. So I can record all that shit.
But yeah, you can't be mad at dog for doing that. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, that's a genius, man.
Yeah.
Genius
that's
for
a
real.
genius.
Big ups to him.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to that man.
But yeah, that era for them is gonna be wild. It's
Yo,
gonna be
it's-
wild.
Cause a lot of girls got OnlyFans.
Hell yeah.
Bruh. And you know the crazy part is that shit was not made for that, bro. Like that's like
At all.
Like the person who makes the most money on OnlyFans is not a content creator. It's a fitness instructor.
Oh, word.
Like the person that makes the most money a month on OnlyFans.
But you know what
is
made them?
not naked.
You know what made them get on that shit? Because when that Connect Pal, niggas was ripping their Connect Pal way easier. So they said, fuck it, we'll go to OnlyFans. But a lot of them niggas,
Like, that's supposed
I
to be for us.
guarantee.
Like we supposed to have this shit on OnlyFans.
I see some- a
the
nigga-
stigma around OnlyFans is so bad. Like
a nigga
like,
sent me Rosa Acosta's OnlyFans. Trash. There's a lot of girls finessing that shit.
Yeah, 100. You think they naked?
All
then
they
you
do is
subscribe.
got bikini pics.
100%.
Rosa Acosta shit is trash.
Hey, show some coochie, you coward.
you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that.
I can't out of pocket. Let me put myself back in.
Put a disclaimer on there. Bro.
Hey, my that comment does not reflect
Yes.
Mike or Marcus or
Thank
Drew.
you. Thank you.
I'm just tired of the cap on OnlyFans.
That is, but it's
Nah,
true.
that was a wild comment. You
No,
right.
but
I
if you
shouldn't have said that.
if you got OnlyFans, no, that wasn't a wild comment. If you got an OnlyFans charging $40 and you just in your bikini, you finessing niggas.
That's finessing.
Because you
That is
show that
finessing.
on Instagram every day. So all you doing is taking Instagram pictures and putting it on OnlyFans.
Hey, respect.
But
the
hey,
good.
Yeah.
you gotta respect the hustle.
Coward ass nigga.
Nigga, coward ass bitch, pussy asshole, pussy asshole.
But that's crazy.
No, niggas be wilding on Twitter with that shit.
100%.
The niggas, I see the nigga say a girl was doing a walkthrough. Nigga said turn around with exclamation point.
Oh yeah, turn around, you coward. Show that ass. You put it in all caps.
Niggas be wilding,
Hey, the
dog.
girl, I saw one. This girl was twerking. This girl was twerking, and nigga, she was twerking in the camera, and the nigga put in all caps. Nigga say, move them draws right now. I'm like, bro, what?
Niggas that boy perverted, man. What the hell? Oh shit. Okay.
That
Hey,
shit
our
was
phone's
wild.
going crazy
Right,
today,
man.
bro.
Yo, cause y'all doing all this crazy talking right now.
It's gonna be interesting.
Hey,
to
y'all.
see
Hey, if you watching this shit, hey, I ain't mean that shit. A coward comment. That shit was for comedic relief. Please believe me. Please.
No, it's like it's a lot of still no time because I also seen some black women laughing at Young Thug when he said a lot of y'all look like Megan Thee Stallion's dog. But then when Ari Lennox was crying about being compared to Rottweiler, y'all had the red carpet rolled out first. So
Black
now
men
I already know y'all have selective outrage, and then I saw that shit. That's all I wanted to say on that.
Hey man, I'm just glad that women not building hood niggas on the timeline no more. That was a weird time because it's like, nigga,
Hey, what's up with this medium ghetto shit? People talking about they medium ghetto. Like,
Never
what the
heard
fuck
of
is
that.
that?
That's some more cul-de-sac nigga shit.
Yeah,
man.
that's some,
Like,
what the fuck is that, nigga?
That's some cul-de-sac nigga shit, man. Like,
How the fuck are you medium ghetto, nigga?
What
like,
is that? What that
like
even
it's a
mean?
steak, nigga. Like this shit, like yeah, nigga. I'm cooked like a rare cooked steak, nigga.
get that corny shit on,
Hell
man.
yeah,
Like,
nigga,
get the
fuck
fuck
outta
out of
here.
here, bro.
My ghetto's medium rare. You know, like fuck out of here, nigga. Like, my ghetto levels are medium rare. Like get the
My
fuck.
ghetto levels are low. I need chicken.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
You gotta check the temperature on they ghetto.
Word.
Bruh, need a thermometer for the ghetto. Hey, you kind of too ghetto right now, my nigga. You need to be more white right now.
That sound like some Nike socks with Sperry's type shit going on.
Yeah. Charge a nigga 60 for an egg. That's what that
Y'all
is.
niggas paying 50 for a haircut?
Never.
Y'all seen that on the TL recently?
Yeah, I seen somebody and their hairline was still fucked up.
Dog said, I'm only 19. I'm only getting better.
Nah, bro, shit been clean. Nah,
Nah, the cut been fire.
That cut been fire.
I
No,
would
I was
never
talking about
pay 50.
another one. There was another nigga on the TL where I glanced and that nigga got a fucked up ass haircut and the nigga said he paid 50 for that shit. So,
Bro, I wouldn't pay shit. If you fuck up my hairline, I ain't paying shit.
My nigga, I don't even pay 50 to get my hair braided. I pay 40 and I pay 20 for my haircut. I'm never paying over 20 for a haircut.
me
Ever.
never. Look, bro, these niggas out here paying 50 because these niggas ain't well connected, man. If you really
from the soil,
if you from the soil, if you really tapped in and really connected on the level that you should be, your haircuts would be $20, my nigga. Them niggas disrespecting you with that 50. Like,
Hey,
They disrespect you for that 50 for
I
real.
pull up and smoke with my barber and all. Like I don't.
Word,
I don't
nigga.
know nothing
I
about the 50 V.
word, nigga, I pull up. Me and my barber have real conversations, real politic. You know what I'm saying? All you niggas do is get your hair cut and go home, nigga.
Man, listen, my
You
barber.
get the fuck nigga fee.
Free
That's what
word,
it is.
nigga. I get the
barber.
real nigga fee every time I step in the
Man,
chair,
listen,
nigga.
And I always try to say, a nigga relationship with his barber is very important, man. Like, y'all niggas need to get y'all shit together out here paying.
Word,
just
nigga,
how,
pay 50, dog. Niggas
I slide my barber 20, and that's a tip too. So he just even real for having his price the way he got it. So I respect it, man.
Hey, but in some cities, I've seen like barbers in their.
I know a
bio-
nigga charge 100.
Yeah, like the nigga. I saw a nigga in Atlanta. Like I ain't gonna put bruh name out, but bruh shit fire and all. But bruh say all my cuts are 120.
I'm straight.
Niggas
And
say
certain niggas hair grow back a certain way for like nigga. Like if you got KD hair, your haircut ain't lasting but 4 days.
4 days tops.
4 days tops.
Even with the do-rag?
No, at day
yeah.
4, at day 4,
A do-rag is not saving
Day
KD.
4. You need a lineup at day 4.
See, like me, my shit, I'll let my shit. The longest I probably go is probably like a week and a half, like willingly. You see
For a
what I'm saying?
haircut? Or
like
get-
me personally.
Bro, you know, because my hair grows back, bro, I usually go like every 2 months because I always want to make sure I keep my hairline intact. I always heard growing up, if you're a nigga who go to the barbershop every week, every 2 weeks, it'll push your hairline back.
You heard
Is there
that?
any truth to that myth?
I don't
I've
think
heard
so.
that, but I ain't never. Listen, I used to get my hair cut every week.
I used to be on the shit that you used to be on. I used to wait and go get my hair cut probably like once a month,
Yeah.
but then I started going like weekly. I don't know why I just did.
weeks. But my shit, I used to when I've been in like high school, like middle school, I used to get my shit cut every week, and my shit ain't never. I ain't got no problems.
I don't know. I just heard that. I just always
I
heard
think it
that.
just
No, that
depends.
come from fucked up barbers.
Yeah,
my
I
nigga.
just think that when people like you go to a new barber, or you go to a new person in the chair, they gotta do their hairline on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. You can't do the
yeah,
same shit for
you can't.
everybody.
Yeah.
That's what people get. It's so many times I go on nigga Instagram story, he might be like, man, I gotta hide my shit. I tried a new barber. Like, why?
Why?
Yeah, I'm never
Why?
trying a new barber.
Why?
Hey, but sometimes the situation is a scarce situation. Like you might have needed a lineup or something for a date, and your barber. This happened to me.
Reggie said that on the TL recently.
Yeah.
Reggie said he fucked around with a new barber. He fucked this shit up.
Yeah, that nigga fade was real bullish, bro. It was, bro. Hey, shout out my brother, man, but still, like my
Reggie
nigga.
said he was low key about to cry about that shit.
bro,
That what he
I
said?
saw that nigga wear. I saw that shit, and for like 2 weeks straight, that nigga was wearing hats. That nigga was out of the mix, bro. Like out of the game.
No, that shit is important, bro. Like people trying to downplay a haircut or a hairstyle. Like, nah, bro, that shit
real
is
talk
important.
now. Like if I can't get to my barber if I pull up and my barber be like, yo, I gotta go, or like I ain't been here to begin with, I'm gonna just cut me a hat, bro. Like,
Word.
I'm gonna line my beard up on my own because I got my little edge at home, and I'm gonna just cut me a hat or something, bro. Like, cause it ain't worth it to me no more, bro.
Nah.
Like, I'll cash out on a fitted before I cash out on a trash ass haircut, because that trash ass haircut gonna hold more weight than me buying this fitted hat.
And that shit, and with the trash ass haircut, it only pushes you back even more to get your correct haircut.
But what you
throw the
saying
hat
though,
on.
I don't believe that, because I seen barbers slowly but surely push niggas' hairline back, and like you, listen.
A barber know when they fuck your hairline up. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Like if you pushing a nigga hairline back, bro, I wouldn't be mad
Like,
if
real
you want to
talk,
throw hands with you.
how long do a barber stay on your hairline?
Not long.
Not long, maybe
Okay.
no longer than 5 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no longer.
and that's about correct.
But if you going over my same area over and over,
I
we
would
got
say
a problem.
I would say 10 minutes, because they do 5 with the clipper, and then if they use
the blade, yeah.
then it's another little.
Yeah, my
'cause, you
barber
know-
do both.
Yeah.
He
All
do
right,
the
so
blade and
it's
the.
about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you got a barber, right, and like, all right, because everybody hair grow different. I got like a slight cowlick over this side, but
And that's
my
the thing
hair-
too. Everybody hairline is different, but it can still be intact.
It can still be
Yeah.
intact, right? So like,
Might be due to head
I
shape,
would know if I
shit
go
like
to a
that,
new
yeah.
barber, I would know he fucking this part of my hair up, because if you keep coming over here, I know that you ain't know what you been doing with my hair, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because my barber, they know that shit. It grows a certain way,
It
like,
grows
you know what I'm
certain
saying?
way.
Yeah.
I
So-
see certain niggas hair. Their hair grow. They're like this part right here might be a little bit more over than on this side.
Yeah,
but that's
because-
just due to how the hair
that's
grows.
how,
Yeah.
and the part how your hair grow into your hairline.
Exactly.
Like, people
So-
don't take that to accountability neither. Like, niggas' heads grow differently
Different,
on
exactly.
their hairline. Like,
So, but when his barber go do it, he know the shit still gonna look fresh. So he
Yeah.
know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You can't make this side the same as this side, because you gonna
Yeah,
fuck
some,
it up.
yeah, some
Yeah.
niggas is just like that. Like,
It's just like that,
me-
but it
if you
still
look
can
at-
look
if you
fresh,
look at
though.
Meek Mill shit, his shit kind of like his shit kind of like mine. Like, it's a cowlick, but he wolf his hair. So like his shit, you can see his cowlick. But
With
his
you, I
shit-
can't tell.
His shit still be clean.
Exactly.
Though.
With
But
you,
like,
I can't tell. With
but
Meek,
yeah.
I can tell more. With Mo, I can't tell, because his shit be.
I be getting
On point.
my shit. Like, my barber know how to do mine. I've been going to him for so long.
See, like looking at yours right now, if a barber didn't know what he was doing,
He was gonna
I
fuck
can
me up.
I can see where
He
he gonna
gonna
fuck Mo up.
and
at.
I know he gonna fuck me up. I know because
Yeah.
I've gone through this before. I know a nigga gonna fuck me up, bro. Man, a
Hey, I
nigga-
remember one time Mo was like, "Hey, man."
Hey, I remember one time, real talk though, real talk. A nigga had my hair like this side was good, but like on my cowlick side, nigga, my hairline was like this big, man.
Damn,
Yeah.
bruh.
Mhm.
I just walked out.
Damn, dog.
Mo had to let the shit grow back and then
That
go.
nigga burnt me, bro.
Damn. God. Well, I know you've been in that chair.
Hell
Shit.
yeah.
I already knew what time it was because the shit was taking too long, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm been sitting there like, bro, like, we good? Like, he been like, I'm just, everything good. And that nigga showed me and said, bro, look at this shit, man. Like, nigga, this shit like this fucking big. Like,
Yeah.
like, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm. You gotta let it grow back.
Yeah.
You fucking, that nigga Zeke the shit out of me, bro.
You gotta let it grow back, and when you do it, if you do it, you just be like, "Hey, man, don't just clean, like just go around
stick
the area
to the structure,
Yeah,
bro.
stick
Just
to the
stick
structure.
bro. Clean it up. That's all you gotta do.
Just edge it up. Don't push the shit back.
My shit
Don't push
there
the shit
for a
back.
reason, bro. Like, you. Anyways, man,
Yeah, man.
it's all over with. Done.
That was a good convo, though.
But yeah, man.
We got anything else before we get up out of here, man? Or that's it?
I good, man. Y'all niggas.
Gang, any shout outs?
Shit. Nah. I mean,
Are
shout
you
out to
good?
y'all, boy, man. Once again, shout out to y'all for doing getting 100
Appreciate
episodes
that, man.
in. You know, it's only more. So I'm looking to see, big things from these guys, and it's gonna happen. So
Yeah, man.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
y'all,
Parallel, as usual.
Hey, I went to I had a chance to go to like a men's vision board, like little kickback thing yesterday. Shout out to Oracle Life Coaching. That's my one of my homeboys' father put this together, Mr. John Fraser. That's someone I like basically grew up around. So like to see him
For
doing
sure.
this now, like it was pretty dope. I actually want to start like trying to volunteer with it. So going forward, I'm gonna reach out to him, see if I can start doing that. But that was pretty dope to do that because it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's like a bad thing, but I've never seen like a group of men get together and do that. So it's more like a woman thing.
yeah.
But I mean, we need to start doing shit like that all together anyway. Because not even like putting our own little shit together, but just just us coming together on some shit like that. Like just you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So,
just coming. And then it's always good to have the meeting of the minds, man.
exactly, and it was dope because it was like all age groups in there. So it was like people in their mid upper 40s, and you had us like late 20s, early 30s, and it was like some young niggas in there, and for some reason like all the young niggas they always kind of like it was like young niggas who just trying to be sponges, and that's always good too. So they coming at a pivotal points in their life, just asking questions, and it's always dope to just tell them what it is, like what's happening, what's going to happen, what to look for, and still at the same time I'm getting game from the OGs, so it's like we need shit like that around here and this period within our community itself. So once again, man, shout out to Oracle Life Coaching. There's gonna be more events coming from that going forward. So that's my shout out for the week.
Right.
What about you, Drew?
I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Sean Mitchell. I went to school with his two brothers, Trevor and Jubal. But they opened the Sweetgrass Dental Associates.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
And also they launched their clothing line. Yesterday they had their pop up, man. So I want to give a big shout out to them boys, man.
Sweetgrass Dental.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Black
That's what's
owned,
up.
black operated.
Yeah, we need that, and that's
Yeah,
our
that-
shit too.
yeah.
That's our
That's
culture.
needed.
So,
Yeah, that's needed.
Yeah, that's a big shout out to them. I saw. Was it like a party, like a launch?
Yeah,
party?
they had a pop up launch party yesterday at.
Where was it? Because that shit
was-
look lit.
That was same place just at his wedding at what's that shit called? It's under the bridge in Mount Pleasant. It's called the Cooper River Room. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, big shout out to them, man. Much
Man,
success
salute,
with that.
Salute.
Right before we go, who y'all got in y'all NFC, AFC championships?
Chiefs and Niners.
I'm saying Chiefs, Packers.
Hey man, I'm gonna go with the Titans, man. They look like a hot team to me.
And
Sorry,
everybody
they might be
thought-
on that Cinderella
They
run,
might
man.
be
They-
on that
I
run.
think they're gonna be like Jacksonville, just like how Jacksonville had that run. Everybody was like, "Damn, where the hell they come from?" Then we saw Jacksonville to be Jacksonville, as we know. Yeah, as we know Jacksonville to be.
I'm going Chiefs, Packers, and I'm going Packers to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, can't be mad at that. That Green Bay Packers team is a lot better this year. It's a good team, and I say this, even though the Niners defense is like crazy, like these niggas don't got a blitz to get to the quarterback.
They
But
really don't.
if if that game is close, they will lose.
The 49ers?
Yes, because
So
Aaron
do
Rodgers. If it's close, they'll lose.
Do you see Jimmy G coming out and
This would be the playoffs to do it. If you want to make your name like
that's what I'm
having,
saying? Like,
this
this is when you build your name.
him not being dependent on his defense,
Right.
Yeah, he would have to do it this game. Do I see it? No, because he hasn't been able
He
to
ain't
do
shown
it
me
yet.
that. He ain't shown me
And that's not no discredit to him.
Yeah,
he
he's
just
still
hasn't
a
been
good
put in that
quarterback, yeah.
position yet.
Yeah, I get what you saying.
But him versus A-Rod, I'm taking A-Rod.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would-
especially
I
if
would
the
be a
game
fool
gets
to go
close.
against A-Rod.
Yeah, especially if the game is
And
close.
it's no weather inclinations.
Shout
Like,
out Toon. I know Toon locked in the
yeah,
Rissels.
yeah. It's going to be what, 65 over in the Bay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this is perfect weather.
that's overcast for him.
Now, if the Niners had to go to Green Bay, it'd be a blowout by the Packers.
True.
So,
Yeah. It couldn't-
Cold as shit.
yeah, yeah.
Aaron A-Rod, he the
But I
ice
think it's
king,
cold in
man.
Kansas City. I think it's like 10, 15 degrees. But see, that's beneficial for the Titans.
Yeah, that is. Niggas not gonna want to tackle
And they beat
Derrick
them. They
Henry
beat
like
them
that,
early
bro.
this year. And like, dog, if Derrick Henry could get these rushing yards on the Patriots and the Ravens, what do you think he'll do for the Chiefs? Chiefs ain't got no defense.
Every game that I've seen so far, this is. I'm just going off the trend. Our corners and our linebackers say, "Oh yeah, we just got to tackle Derrick Henry."
Mariota then became a rich man Tebow.
We didn't tackle him. We didn't
Right.
tackle
He
this
has.
nigga.
He has.
I saw Marcus Peters and them boys saying, "Oh, we just got to tackle Derrick Henry." They didn't tackle.
Couldn't do it.
And Earl.
This man turned Earl Thomas around
this
on a
nigga,
run.
this nigga. Hey, get your little ass on somewhere. He did that to Earl Thomas. I saw the boy, old boy, just now. He was saying, "Hey, we just gotta lock him up down low. That's what we gonna do."
Yeah.
And we gonna see what happens.
Hey man,
in
I
a couple
know
minutes
like
from now.
Zeke and Saquon and Christian McCaffrey have been getting like recognized for like being the top running backs, but he led the league in rushing, man. And he's always been like top 4 or 5 in rushing. Like Derrick Henry got to start getting the top 5 nods.
That's
Nah,
what happened when you on a
definitely.
small market team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
And
like
and
that.
then it was like y'all went and got Deion Lewis.
But see, he a good weapon though.
he
man.
is, but they don't even need him. Like him.
Nah, I think they do.
Henry was. I mean,
for like screens and all that shit.
yeah, Derrick Henry.
Dion Lewis fast as a bitch,
Nigga, you a corner lineup with Derrick Henry on a screenplay? What's going to happen?
Yeah. He don't want to tackle him.
Exactly.
You like Marcus Peters? I make a business decision. But I fuck with the Titans. If they could do it, I like to see Ryan Tannehill get it done, all because of the Miami Dolphins and how they ran him out of there. So that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I do kind of want to see the Titans.
I hate when niggas be on that. Oh, I don't want to see such. Nigga, y'all niggas watch Super Bowl if it's the Lions and
Still
Bengals.
wanna watch it.
It don't matter who in there. Y'all go watch that.
If it's
bitch.
Bengals, I'm watching it because a nigga from Charleston in the Super Bowl, so I'm watching that shit for
Yeah.
sure.
But I fuck with Tannehill. Even with all the shit, like you said, the shit he had in Miami, and even with just like with the Titans, because my brother's a big Titans fan.
I got a homie who's a big
I
Titans
still
fan,
remember when they lost against the Rams and
1
like,
yard line.
That was a heart.
That's what I'm saying. That was a heartbreaking
loss.
loss. You know what I'm saying? So
Like, man, I wouldn't even say heartbreaking for me. I ain't a fan, but like watching that shit, I was like, bro,
yeah,
like,
I
what
saw
the-
my brother literally about to cry in the living room, dog, when that shit happened, dog.
That nigga was like this far away, bro.
And I can honestly say, like, I know some real Titans fans. Ain't no
Yeah, me too.
bandwagons. Like my
Yeah,
boy,
me
shout out
too.
my boy Anthony, and
the
shout out my
niggas
boy
who had
Brian.
no Titans fans, they been
Yeah,
Titans
they
fans
been-
since like back then.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out my
I
boy
can't
Brian.
really-
He from Nashville, but he stay in New Mexico. So I've been giving him some love on the Titans. So it would be good to see them boys. And you know, it's different.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
see what I'm
saying.
saying?
It's
So-
different.
It would be dope. If the Titans was the win the bitch period, that'd be crazy. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't even know.
That'd be
Can't knock
crazy.
that, bro.
That'd be fucking crazy.
You gotta bring Javon Curse through them doors, bro.
Hey, Drew, you can't make that face.
You
Anything
can't make that
can
face.
happen.
You can't
Anything
make-
can happen in the league,
Drew,
bro.
you can't do
Anything
that.
can
Don't do
happen,
them boys
bro.
Like that, Drew.
Hey,
Bruh.
Go Colts.
He ain't
baby.
having that.
Go Colts. That's all I gotta say.
Nobody had the Patriots beating the Rams in the Super Bowl when they won. They even had them beating the Raiders.
Yeah, that was the greatest show on turf.
When was the last Cinderella story I said we had won the Super Bowl?
Damn, that's probably the Giants.
Definitely the
It
Giants.
would have been the Cardinals if they won that year.
Cardinals. Yeah.
It would have been. I swear to God, when I saw Larry
Saints.
break, when he broke in the
Saints,
middle of that,
what?
Saints 09?
that could
No, that was
no.
good. No, I don't think that was a Cinderella.
niggas was
That
14 and 2,
niggas was nasty. They was
When they
ripping
beat
through the
y'all,
NFC.
you
Nope.
that wasn't a Cinderella team, Drew.
Yes,
They
it
had
was.
home field.
They
No,
was
advantage.
I'm
ripping
saying
through
it
the
was a
NFC,
Cinderella
bruh.
story in general because of the fucking Katrina.
No, I'm talking about like 9 and 7 having to go on the road.
Oh
every
no,
week.
no, I feel
That's
you.
what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying as a Cinderella story altogether.
Oh.
that
I
was just
see
it.
that.
Yeah.
man, that's more pity than anything.
Fuck
Yeah,
them
more
boys.
yeah, that's
charity.
pity.
More charity case.
Man,
I ain't lying.
pay
The
them-
Saints be wanting charity cases. The
100%.
Saints, the Saints have won the charity case 2 years in a row. Like,
Hey, real
bruh,
talk,
it
I
happened.
can't give the Saints
Man, fuck them.
no more respect after they took that play to Congress last year.
Nah, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck
And they
them.
bit him in the ass this year with the Kyle Rudolph shit.
Yeah.
Like, dog, they better not throw no offensive pass interference on Kyle Rudolph. Like, no way.
It's like y'all lost
You
the
look
same
at
way
the play.
twice. Y'all
Look at
lost
the
literally
play.
the
Them
same
boys
way
both
2 years in a
jockeying
row.
position.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
I'm not throwing
That's
that.
football, bro. Fuck that.
But what I do notice is that they do let them boys play a lot more in the playoffs. But it should be like that in the regular
Yeah,
season
always should be
too.
like that in any sport.
But yeah, man. That's about it, man. And, man, fuck them. Like 3 years in a row, y'all dropped the fucking ball, bro.
Yeah.
2017, you had the miracle in Minnesota. 18, you threw the pick in overtime versus the Rams, regardless of the pass interference. And then this year, you had a chance to beat Kirk Cousins, and he dropped nuts on y'all. So I ain't got no remorse for y'all.
Kurt did drop nuts on them
Yeah.
boys.
And we got a new era coming in. Oh, let me go ahead and get my shout out to my boy Luke Kuechly. Never had a bad word to say about Luke Kuechly, one of the greatest linebackers to ever play. Anybody, niggas been in my DM, been in my text message, oh, you wildin' saying he the greatest. I haven't replied. I don't tend to reply. I said what I said.
Why would you argue that though, bro?
I don't know why
Bro,
niggas
really
arguing
like
it.
that, man. Like, I'm not even a Panthers fan. I'm gonna keep it with a buck, man. Luke like that, man. Like,
It is what it is.
Like, the
I was
nigga
shocked
like
by the
that.
retirement, but I'm happy for him. He retired with 63 M's. So you can't be mad at that. Health over wealth. So
Speaking of sports and basketball, real quick, have anybody been seeing this narrative like people saying like Luka Doncic is not like that?
no, I haven't seen
he's
that
a great
narrative.
white hype though.
He is the great white hype.
They
But I
throw
would
his
be on.
names. They throw his name in groups, and it's like, bro, like he's
Because
killing,
maybe
he
because
killing this
he's
shit
not
now.
an athletic freak, and that shit
That's
kills
what,
me.
and that's what I be thinking. That's
And
what I
that
be
shit kills
thinking.
me, but he gets to his spot whenever he wants.
He get to spots, but my thing is,
and he's skilled. He's skilled.
Yeah, he's
They- skilled as a
they
motherfucker.
putting him like on a pedestal, and it's like, bro, you still got to put a little bit more work in before you.
But dog, this man is averaging 28, 8, and 9. in your second year.
No, like he's like that.
He's like that. Like I can't even. Like I'm not like, bro. That nigga's like that.
now,
I honestly,
I'm not comparing him to like the LeBron and all.
That's
I'm not
what I'm
doing
talking
that.
about. That's what I'm talking
but
about.
dog, the numbers. He's got better numbers though.
He do, but a lot of people had better numbers than LeBron their second year. Luka is Luka. I say that.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm seeing a lot of people saying like at the age of 20, some people I've heard people say he's the best basketball player at the age of 20 since I think probably LeBron James or some shit like that. Or
fuck no.
That's what they're saying. He's
No.
the best 20-year-old since like at that age since
No.
LeBron James.
No, he's not.
So who do you give that to?
Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose.
But
is
Derrick
better
Rose
than
wasn't
Luka
putting
at
up these
20.
type of numbers though. Like that's
He
what
was
I'm
putting up
saying, bro.
25.
Bro, he's damn near putting up a triple-double in the second year. I have never seen no shit like that before. And I've been watching basketball for a long time.
But he is the youngest MVP ever.
He is the youngest MVP, but I'm talking about just the overall stats, the overall game when I watch Bro
You
play.
would take Luka at 20 over Derrick at 20?
Honestly, to me, at this point right now,
I would be mad. I'm just asking.
I would. From what I've seen, and bro, I've seen Derrick Rose at 20. Derrick Rose was phenomenal at 20. He was phenomenal. His athletic ability was phenomenal. But I'm talking about the whole floor game, dog. I'm talking about this nigga might take the Mavs to the playoffs.
No,
Right now.
they're in the playoffs.
They're going to
Yeah,
the
they
playoffs.
going.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this team was ass 2 years before, like complete garbage. And he brought them
speaking
niggas
of
back.
that, it's sad to see Trae Young go out with the Hawks the way he going out because that team had got talent. I don't know what the fuck their problem is.
I don't know.
It look like they kind of giving up.
Like
on,
you know how much points they give up a game?
yeah.
Yeah, like around 100.
They give up what y'all average per game. They give up like 120,
Yeah.
119.
On a nightly basis.
But they're a young team, though. Everybody on that team is young as shit.
To me, it kind of looked like you say, like, all right, I'm gonna tie this on. They young, they got the talent, but they're looking like they kind of gave up on the coaching philosophy because if it's no reason in hell niggas to be giving up 120 a game. And it kind of like when John Collins went down, that's when a lot of their defensive
Cam Reddish got to step up.
Cam do got to step up,
But that was his knock before the draft that he kind of played.
I mean, he had 22 last night against the Spurs.
He still
the night
got
before.
time. I think people trying to put him.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying he got to step up as far as his effort. That was his knock before the draft was his effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he don't always give it, but he got like a mellow type
Ceiling.
ceiling.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? Like
I
he can
feel you.
score from anywhere, but it's gonna be interesting to see. But as far as the Lucas shit, I don't have not a bad critique about him. But what you saying, I agree because niggas is blind with this athleticism
Yes,
shit, man,
bro.
and it's sickening, dog. And it's like these niggas don't gotta jump 40 feet in the air for you. When you talk like this nigga is skilled, like obviously he getting any bucket he can get. He getting to his spot. You don't have to be an athletic freak to get to your spot.
He uses his body very well.
Exactly.
Like when I see him,
Footwork.
He has footwork. He always has the player on his back,
Mm-hmm.
and he's able to make great decisions out of the pick and roll.
The nigga
Like
was a pro since he was 16.
I'm glad to
Yeah,
see
so-
Lonzo and Ingram doing their thing.
yeah, I
In New
saw.
Orleans.
Yeah, Ingram had that. He like 44. I was watching that game too, man. He was.
They almost beat the Clippers.
Yeah,
They had 100 going into the fourth.
They should have had beat the Damn, who they play against, man? And Brandon Ingram had like 45. I forgot who they played
He had
against.
49
That
the
was
other
the
night.
Jazz, right?
Yeah, the Jazz. They should have beat
was the
them, dog,
Jazz.
but
He
they
had
called a
49
bullshit
on
call on Rudy
Thursday,
Gobert.
Friday.
They gave Rudy Gobert a bullshit free throw.
Hey, you
But
know-
Ingram always been a consistent shooter. He shot 48% last
Yeah,
year.
he did. Hey, you know who's gonna be like an X factor on that Pelicans team, bro?
Ooh.
That Jackson Hayes kid, bro.
Yeah, he.
Yeah, they got him with the 8th pick.
Yeah,
When he figure out how to like shoot the ball, it's gonna be crazy.
he kind of remind me of Jared Allen from Brooklyn Nets.
Nah,
Like,
I ain't gonna say Jared Allen, bro.
Because Jared Allen is a good defensive like.
he got a little more offense than Jared Allen.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, y'all hear Kyrie's comments about the Nets?
Kyrie's a wild boy.
Yeah, he was wilding with those comments, bro.
Kyrie wild. And it's like, all right, and this is the thing, because a lot of people like to say, hey, man, y'all letting the media sway y'all opinion on Kyrie. Now, y'all know how I feel about Kyrie.
Yeah.
So, like, I would never be like, hey, Kyrie trash or nothing like
Yeah.
that. I do think it's out of pocket for you to miss almost 30 games. You come back, shoot 6 for 21, and you throwing 85% of the team under the bus.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's wild. You basically saying, hey, it's only going to be like 6 of us left after the summertime anyway.
We'll see how this shit play out when KD come back. That's all I'm gonna say with Kyrie.
Yeah, that's all. I mean,
That's all I'm gonna say.
it's wild to say
They
some shit
13
like
and
that.
13
though.
without him, so ain't like they hurt. They 500 without him.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's
man.
crazy to say that shit, and like I said, you've been out for damn near 30 games, and from the perception,
They just lost last night.
but they got beat by a way better Sixers team.
No, the Bucks. They played the.
They played.
Bucks
No,
cut their ass.
The Bucks cut the ass, and the Sixers did beat
Yeah.
them last night. They played the Bucks before. Yeah.
So with that team, man, even with KD still coming back, he keeps saying there's holes and shit, and it's like I don't even know how the hell you can even say that where you've been out for damn near half the season,
missed
majority
the
of the season. Yeah, so you really can't have no opinion on that. And statistically, when you are playing with them, it's not like you're making them any better.
Nigga, you shot 6 for 21. You should have been passing the ball.
You're the point guard.
Let me ask this, and then we can get up out of here. Is Lavina All-Star this year?
If we're going by numbers, yeah.
Yeah, by numbers, yeah. I'm gonna knock that. I mean, he's probably not gonna get in just for the fact that Bulls are ass.
Man, I hate our fucking coach, man. We got too much talent to be this sorry, bruh. We got way too much talent, bruh, to be this sorry. I just don't get it, but yep. That'll be it.
See y'all niggas in the finals. You know us. See y'all niggas. We'll see the Bucks in the finals. You dig what I'm saying?
So you just got the Bucks going through the East.
Yeah, I got the Bucks going through the East. I see the Celtics and I see the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. And
Hey, real talk, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I don't see us in the Eastern Conference Finals.
you know what I'm
Them
saying?
niggas had a weird 5-game stretch. They lost 3 in a row, won
won
1,
two.
and then
The
got
last-
a.
I think y'all get it
2 and
together.
5. We 2 and 5 right now.
I think y'all will get. I think y'all boy get it together. I think y'all will get it together. Cause I really don't see Philly going nowhere. Just from the dynamic of Ben Simmons is like his own worst enemy. So I feel like as long as Ben Simmons don't, hey, I'll give it to Miami too. Now Miami doing good. Miami's doing good.
See us.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Miami made it to that Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't think nobody's beating the Bucks.
They might make the finals.
Oh, then and if they play us, that's a 4-game sweep.
No, it's
Miami?
not. No, it's
Yes, that's a what?
Miami?
What?
not. No, it's not.
Miami?
Mike, come on, Mike, come on now, like let's stop the bullshit, Mike.
Listen.
Mike,
Me
come on,
saying sweep.
Cap. Even this nigga says that is cap.
A sweep.
We sweeping the fuck in 4. We
Hey, real
get y'all
talk.
niggas out of here in 4.
Real talk.
A
I
sweep
don't-
is not saying that y'all wouldn't win a series, my nigga.
No, they're not getting the game off us.
Nah, that's a lie.
No, y'all think Jimmy Butler's gonna will one game against us? No,
on his Iverson shit.
no, he's not.
My nigga, y'all had to come back against them down in Miami. What are you talking about?
still-
They wouldn't get a game? You tripping.
They wouldn't get a game.
Okay.
We might catch close to. We might
Hey.
get 2 close games in Miami, but we
I'm a
blowing their
Lakers
ass out in
fan, but I don't
Staples.
see my. I don't. Hey,
Once
got-
they turn it
I
up, bro.
respect
Once they
y'all.
turn it up, nigga, that shit is over with.
I respect y'all, but I don't see y'all getting no game against the Lakers, bro, in the finals. If y'all got to the finals,
I don't
Who the
see
fuck
them, boy.
guarding AD. Bam.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Somebody got to guard him. You're not stopping Anthony Davis. You're not stopping LeBron James. You're not stopping the opposing team star. All you can do is contain and make your baskets.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
with
it.
all that being said, I don't see them.
That go
winning.
for any team. Just like
Yeah.
when Giannis and them played the Raptors last year and they got up 2-0 on the Raptors. Then they adjusted their game plan. Kawhi was dunking on Giannis and all type of shit. They ain't allow him to get to the paint. You just got to make adjustments. You got to weather the storm with AD. That's all you can do.
That's kind of like what the Lakers did to Harden last night. They put that. It's like a weird double, like a double zone, like how they did that nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that game last time. I'm gonna watch the highlights though.
Like they was doing like this whole like that shit was. It was a genius way to guard this nigga. How he was doing this shit. Like it was
They was basically making other people beat them.
no like all right that too. But
So was it like a man, like a 2-man zone?
all right, it
like,
would be like all right. It would be KCP and Caruso. Like they would have like a.
are they on the top of the key or on the wings?
It'd be at the top of the key.
Okay.
And it would be like a weird like a man like Caruso still playing his man, but he's still it's like they sealing him off. Like the shit was weird how they did it, but the shit was effective as fuck. Like Harden still gonna get his,
Yeah.
but at the same time.
But
it's
I'd rather
like,
have Russell try to beat me than
Right.
Harden beat me.
right.
So
And
I'll take it.
Yeah. So because the Lakers did look kind of sloppy first half, but that's
Yeah, we turned it up second half.
Yeah, I was watching that shit. I was like, oh, these niggas.
I caught it like mid
That
third.
Allen LeBron call. I was like, oh, that was it right there.
I mean, it's gonna be an interesting, like we always say, you come through.
Yeah, man.
It'll be interesting.
That was a good win for us. You know, shout out to my homeboy Randy. He be talking cash shit, talking about the Rockets this and the Rockets that. You see us, nigga.
Shout out my dog Chillington, man.
You see us, nigga.
I ain't got no
Fuck
words
wrong
for
with
chill,
these
man.
niggas.
So what we say every week, man? What we say every week, man?
Hey, so that nigga chill.
Oh yeah, that nigga was baked. That nigga was frying your ass for them.
Not
for
chill,
them Tar
my nigga
Heels.
now, but fuck chill.
For them Tar Heels. What record of Tar Heels is?
But he's a
Hey, you
UK
just
fan.
lost last night now.
Louisville.
Hold on now.
That's okay. Listen, it doesn't matter. Regular season shit does not matter to
No,
me.
I don't
said this shit
expect
for
Y'all not
years.
even making it through the ACC right now.
I don't
Chill out.
expect us to beat anybody else the rest of the season. I don't expect. I gave it up a long time
Cole
ago.
Anthony shouldn't even come back. They say he coming back.
I wouldn't be surprised he go to the draft. He'll still be a top 5 pick. He'll be like Kyrie when he came out.
But also, Kentucky lost to damn USC. So I got nothing else to say.
Kentucky lost to Miller Mount Technical College, man.
100%.
We're not even going to talk about Chillington's other team.
So what we say every week?
Yeah, man. If you hear anything on this show that gets you in your feelings or you feel some type of way, always remember.
We're just some messages.
And all of us are out. Peace.